Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Don't Know Ball podcast. We got a full house here today. Our first time having two guests in the studio. We got the full crew here today, Josh, Isaac, Lucas, and me. We have Chase Honeycutt. He's a Lindenwood baseball player. He's a JUCO transfer from Jones College from Mississippi. He was the number one catcher for Mississippi per perfect game in the class of 2020. And we have Emily, who's the Lindenwood baseball social media coordinator in her third year. She's a co-captain of Golden Lion and the Lion leader coordinator. Welcome to the Don't Know Ball podcast.
What's up? No applause.
No applause.
So we're not gonna steal that from the Pat McAfee show that we just applaud our guest. I think
thought we were going to, but nobody did.
Well, we need an applause. We need to get the sound.
We do.
We need to get the soundboard to work. That's not work.
So how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing today?
I'm good.
We're doing good.
Chase, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm from Mississippi. I'm 22 years old. I went to high school at DeSoto Central from Mississippi. My senior year got cut off by COVID. Ended up number 2 in the country. And ended up JUCO for 2 years. And then went to Memphis for the fall. Didn't work out. And I went back to JUCO. And here at Lindenwood now.
You're from, you said Mississippi?
Mississippi.
I can tell a little bit. With the,
very
the,
top
the southern
part,
accent.
Mm-hmm.
And Emily, tell us a little about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a junior from Springfield, Illinois. I've worked for baseball teams since 8th grade. So, been taking pictures, social media, video, anything, literally anything at this point.
All right. Chase, how'd you end up at Lindenwood? You said you transferred around a little bit. You went to Memphis. You're from Mississippi. Lindenwood's right in the middle of nowhere here in Missouri.
Exactly. So
compared to Mississippi, I mean, we're right in the middle of nowhere. People don't know us here.
So I went back to Jones College.
Where's that at?
Third year. So if you know where Hattiesburg, Mississippi, which is kind of lower part of Mississippi,
Okay.
It's about 15 minutes north of there. If y'all see the show of them building houses in Laurel, Mississippi, it's right under it. Those people actually went to Jones College and met there.
Hometown, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I've heard on that. What's that, on HGTV or something? Yeah, I've heard of that show.
Yeah, I went there for my third year. I had a good year, and a little bit through the year, Adam Core kind of texted me and said, "Hey, this is Lindenwood. This is what we got. We'd like to have you."
That's awesome. How do you like it here so far? You said you just transferred here a year ago or so? 6 months ago?
Yeah, I came here in August. It's been nice. Been really cool. It's a pretty place.
It is. It's a very beautiful campus here. St. Charles is a little different, but
the campus says otherwise.
The campus is very nice
yes.
here. Emily, how'd you end up at Lindenwood?
Basically, only college I applied for, only college I visited, only college I wanted to go to.
There you go. Can't beat that. And how have you liked your time here so far?
It's been good. Little rough with certain things, but it's fine. Other than that, it's been good. Yeah.
When did you start here?
2021.
2, 3 years, a couple years ago?
So what, you're a junior?
I'm a junior.
Nobody actually knows what year they are here at
No.
Lindenwood.
You never know.
Especially in our department.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in the communications department,
I'll graduate when they give me my diploma.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about what
that's about there, you know me.
Yeah.
When they tell me it's my time, it's my time.
I have a 4-year plan. Put
It's
that
funny,
in effect freshman year. We'll see what happens.
I had a 4-year plan whenever I graduated high school, and so far,
5th year.
one of that,
Yeah,
4 and a
how much
half,
of that's done?
fourth and a half. But yeah, so far only 3 of those things have came true. I graduated college, graduated my community college, got enrolled in another university. Other than that, nothing's gone to plan.
Chase, what's your major?
It's interdisciplinary studies.
What?
What the
Say that again in English for me.
So actually, it was going to be teaching and coaching out of Memphis.
Okay.
And so when I went back JUCO, I lost some credits. And so when I was
You
there,
lost credits going back?
going back to JUCO.
That's the most ass-backwards thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't most colleges different? Because I know with some states have different requirements. And
Exactly.
'cause
So
I know whenever I transferred in from my junior college, that was a struggle too. Because they sat me there, just here are the classes that you need to take at your junior college in order for them to fully translate here.
Exactly. So when I went back to JUCO, I lost credits because it just couldn't account for it. And then when I came here, this was also like one of the problems with going from Memphis back to JUCO to here was NCAA rules. You have to have a certain amount of hours under you and credits to be eligible on the field. And so this when I was talking to Core, we were trying to figure things out because there was a chance like I wouldn't be eligible to play because
Really?
this is my last year of like eligibility. And so in theory, I've done 3 years of school at that time, but only a certain amount of hours can transfer to a Division I. So I'd pretty much under my belt have 2 years of school going to a 4-year school on my 4-year eligibility. Thank God that we were able to work things out, and it was kind of very selective, very minimum of what degree I could get. So interdisciplinary studies kind of spread everything out where all my hours fit in to be eligible.
So what in the world is interdisciplinary studies?
So from my understanding, it's like
Or do you even know what it is?
I do know what it is. So it's like it's pretty much 3 concentrations, which is 3 minors. It's 3 minors put into 1 degree. So the class I'm taking is kind of explaining everything, which last month I had no idea. Last like 2 months I had no idea what it was even about.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Our class
So,
right now.
Yeah, really.
It's pretty much you get to pick your 3 concentrations, which mine is pretty much sports law, coaching, and I don't know what the third one is.
You might want to figure that out.
Yeah, I need to figure that one out. And so it's a degree pretty much you can go into any kind of like job and say, hey, I'm well versed in this, this, and this. And here's my resume. Let's say I'm going to coach somewhere. This is my resume for this classes that can help me for that. And here's also my resume, what I did outside of that. And so it gives you kind of like a broad aspect.
Is coaching something you're planning on doing after college?
So actually I'm going to be a GA here next year.
What?
It's a graduate assistant.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's really cool. Go right into coaching college baseball.
exactly.
Coaching's awesome. I used to coach for a while. I don't do it anymore, but it was, at the time, fun. Until I had enough. I had to coach younger kids, so it was great until it wasn't.
So actually, that fall before I went back to JUCO, I went back and coached for like 2 or 3 months at my high school, a catching coach. So I got a little bit under my belt for that, and I kind of fell in love with it.
So you're a catcher?
Yeah,
How do your knees feel?
So-
I was a catcher in like
yeah.
6th grade.
So in college, I was looking at it. I've played the past 4 years. I've played above 170, 180 games.
Holy cow!
So if you put that in together, with how many innings, you can multiply that out. It's a lot. So in JUCO,
What
you
are
have
games, like 2.5 hours?
so in JUCO, it's double headers. So the first game's 9 innings, second game's 7. So at my JUCO, I'd catch both.
Oh Jesus!
So it would be 9 to 10 hour days that you're in a squat position.
Horrible.
So
That sounds. Yeah, when I was a catcher, games were an hour and a half, and I was catching. My team was so bad when I played in middle school
yeah,
that we'd get blown out every game.
and you're just sitting back there.
When it's 107 degrees
Oh, yeah.
and you can't move because everything hurts, and
Yeah.
your pitcher can't find the plate at all, and he walks 17 guys in an inning.
It's not fun.
No, it's not.
Not fun at all.
Is there anybody? Do you watch film baseball, like to study other catchers and all that?
I
Ever?
do actually.
Is there any catcher in particular that you look at a lot?
So when I first got into catching, I was there's an old school way to catching, and that's pretty much just catch and stick it. And there's this new school way of like being able to move with the pitch and like receive the pitch back into the zone.
Right.
And I had a hard time learning it. I was very hard headed about it because I was taught one way, and then I was told I'm not going to make college baseball if I don't learn the other way.
Really?
So it was kind of a realism moment, like you kind of check yourself. You're like, hey, I got to learn this. So there was one night, I remember this very well. I was scrolling on Instagram, and Trevor Story, catcher for the Braves, probably 2018, 2007.
Travis Darno, maybe?
Travis Darno, that's
Sounds
right.
right.
That's right.
He was on the Braves?
He still
Yeah,
is.
he still is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought he was
yeah.
on the Mets.
stuck
So,
in 2017.
Yeah, I
I don't
don't know
know
why
if
I
you
said
listen-
Trevor Story.
I don't know if you listened to our first 2 episodes or not, but I'm stuck in like 2017 baseball.
Yeah.
Because I kind of got out of it the last
Jose Altuve is the best
Evidently
player of all
7 or
time.
8 years. I used to be super into it, but yeah, they keep giving me crap about it. But
He thinks
Let's
Mike
not-
Trout is.
So it
I never
was
said that. Let's go back to Chase.
Travis, whatever,
Darno.
and
Travis
Tyler
Darno, yeah.
Tyler Flowers.
Yeah.
On the White Sox.
So good in MLB The Show.
So them two actually, I'm pretty sure they came up with receiving like that. And
Really?
So when
Wasn't Travis more known for his offense?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I was like on Instagram one night and I was watching. I was like, okay, this is what I need to learn. And so I sat there for hours on end. And I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna go do this. So I grabbed my dad. And luckily, our high school had like a machine, and we were able to go in there. We had to like pick the lock, but we were able to go in there.
That part's not important, though.
Yeah, that part's not important. So
You got to jump through hurdles to get to
Exactly.
where you want to be in life.
I think for 3-4 months every night it was kind of just grabbing my friends, grabbing my dad, and be like, "Hey, I need y'all to shoot. I need you to take an hour of your day and shoot these baseballs at me." And I was like, "I'll get frustrated, but you gotta work with me because if I want to do this, I gotta do it."
And here you are,
Exactly.
playing D1 baseball.
Exactly.
So you talked about like going the JUCO route right out of the gate. Were like JUCO offers the only offers that you had, or were there like any other like major schools that gave you scholarships or anything like that?
So it actually goes way back to my 14-year-old year. Yeah, 14-year-old summer. I got in contact with Mississippi State, and so there was one night I was outside watching the NFL. I forgot who was playing, and I get a phone call from my travel ball coach, and he was like, "Hey, like, Coach Canizaro, which is Mississippi State coach at the time, he was like, he wants you to call you. He wants him to call you. He wants me to call him. There we go." And I was like, I was starstruck, like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. Okay, so I call him. Pretty much, as a 14-year-old kid, you're shaking in your boots. You're afraid. Like, you don't know what to say. We're just kind of meeting each other and everything. And so I'm like, dude, this is awesome. And so, like, a couple weeks later, I go to an Ole Miss camp, and Coach – can't even think of his name. One of the coaches at Ole Miss pulls me after the camp. He was like, "Hey, I want you to call me on this day every week. We just check in." So freshman year was pretty much all that. It was very stressful. Every week you're calling these major coaches, and you have no idea what to say to them as a 14-year-old kid.
You don't know what to say when you're 18 half
No.
the time. Or 20.
Still-
We're all, what, 20-something?
Exactly.
22,
Still to this
20,
day,
22.
like,
Yeah,
if a coach calls me, I'm like, oh, crap. Like,
what I do wrong.
I still feel like a little kid trying to have a conversation with an older guy. And so things ended up falling off the table from there. And I had other colleges reach out. We had conversations. It never really worked out until my senior year. I was like, okay. I played in Atlanta, which is a hot spot for coaches. Back in the day, Lake Point.
Talent, too. There's a lot
Yeah.
of-
So I
of
used
guys can
I used to
go
play there, pretty much live there in the summer, play there all the time. And things weren't really working out. For one, I was an infielder getting recruited for a while, and then I wasn't fast enough. And I couldn't hit the ball hard like how Blaze, Jordan does, Austin Riley, all of them do it. Those are what they're looking for. So they're like, "Hey, you need to make a position change to catcher." I was like, okay. So I had to learn how to be a catcher. And so that's kind of what ended
You
up
didn't switch to catcher till your senior year of high school?
junior, senior year. Yeah.
Wow.
So I should have been a PO. I was throwing 90 off the mound when I was a
Dang.
junior. Yeah, I should have been a pitcher. But yeah, that's what ultimately got me to the JUCO route, and it was I wouldn't take anything back from it.
So the Mississippi State connections, did being growing up with Blaze Jordan, does that connection have anything to do with it? Because I know he got offered from them at a pretty young age.
He got offered at a really young age, at 12 or 13 years
Jesus Christ.
old. So,
I thought you were going to say like 16, 17, 13.
so
Jesus.
the video of him hitting the 500-foot home run the next week, he was on campus for a visit at Mississippi State, and he committed within a week. But ended up getting drafted. So there was a lot of kids from my high school that ended up going to Mississippi State for baseball.
All right, Emily, I got a question for you. You
Yeah.
get to talk now.
Oh, yay.
Talk about dance a little bit. How'd you end up dancing, especially here at Lindenwood? I know Lindenwood has a really good dance team. So talk a little bit about that.
I've been dancing since I was 2,
Jesus.
cheering since I was 2. So it kind of just came natural, I guess.
Since you were 2?
Yeah.
I hardly walk when I was 2.
Well, when your sister does it and you're the youngest,
You just follow along.
you just kind of follow along. So that's what happened. And then I came here my freshman year. Didn't know about the dance teams here. Went to a football game. Saw all 3 dance teams. And then
There's a lot of people on that team.
50.
Jesus.
That's not a lot.
50 total or 50 each on one team?
50 total.
Oh, it looked like a lot more.
No. There's 50 total.
Which of the 3 teams are you on?
I'm on Golden Line. We
What's-
dance and cheer at rugby and hockey games.
Okay. What's the difference between the 3 teams? I think all of us don't know a thing
No
about
clue.
dance. Chase, I
Okay.
don't know if you do either. I mean,
I
you're
know a
friends
little
with
bit about cheer. My
Little bit
sister
about cheer?
played. My sister cheered.
Okay, cool.
So 3 teams: Lion Line, Lionettes, Golden Line. Lion Line does men's basketball and football and competes at UDA Nationals.
Okay.
Lionettes does football and women's basketball and competes at NDA Nationals down in Daytona.
Okay.
So it's
Where's
like
the first one at?
Orlando, like Disney.
Okay.
And then my team does not compete, but we do a lot of like appearances and stuff, and it gives us time to like do things for our career
Okay.
if we want to.
So you can have a little bit of a life if you're on that team.
Yeah, and like I mean, Lionettes, you still get to have a life. You still get to do things. It's just more.
It's a lot of practice.
It's a lot of
I
practice.
can imagine. There's stuff you have to get exactly right.
Yeah,
Especially if you're competing with other schools.
We
and-
practice. Last week actually, we were supposed to have game practice, but our game got canceled. So
Shoot, who does y'all's choreograph?
us.
Really?
You do it yourself?
Yeah. So when like my team, we do it ourselves.
That's really cool. Do you have much input on that? Or is it
Yeah.
kind of like certain
I
people?
have made a dance for our team
You have?
already. Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. What goes into that? Because that's
Oh.
I've seen people dance and like
That's-
the extent of dance that I've seen is Dancing with the Stars. So
We do talk about that a lot on Tuesdays and Thursdays during our practice.
you know what's funny is I told Chad we were going to come in here and talk about Dancing with the Stars. We picked the
Here we
thing,
are.
and
The
now-
days
I
usually
love
It's
Dancing with the Stars. So
not as good as it used to
I
be.
didn't know this story.
No, it used to be so much
They
better.
used to get actual celebrities.
Yeah, now it's like influencers and it's
Yeah, it's
disgusting.
popular.
TikTok
I
stars.
hate it. I hate it.
What was their
But-
celebrities nowadays?
Yeah,
When it
that's
comes
true.
to like choreographing, sometimes it's easier just to like have the music first.
Okay.
So like we'll make rough cuts of our music. Like I think I have 500 cuts of our last
Lord.
music. So
What song are you using right now?
it's a mix of songs. So we have a palm. It's like a mix of just girl power songs because that's what we could come up with. And then we have a jazz, and that's Sweet Dreams and Seven Nation Army mix.
Seven Nation Army is such a great song.
It's really fun.
All right, so the true question: which one's your favorite song out of them?
Well,
Look at this. Chase is taking over.
sorry, I just got robbed in Monopoly Go.
Of course you did.
it was a lot of money.
I was wondering what you're doing. You were making faces over there at your phone.
I
I didn't know if
got
you were on
robbed.
Snapchat or like.
Well, I was on Snapchat, yes, trying to figure something out, but it's fine. I think definitely Sweet Dreams because that's all you can hear in that song right now.
You can't hear Seven Nation Army?
Mm-mm. It's a mix, but also it says Skeet Dreams at the beginning of the song when she cut it, and then she tried to fix it, and it does not work.
Doesn't sound right.
No, she tried so hard though. It's fine.
Seven Nation Army. I was in marching band in high school. We used to play that at football games. You couldn't hear afterwards because people would play it so freaking loud. You couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You were in
great.
Marching band?
Yeah, unfortunately, that was. We've been over this. We went over this on the last
Okay,
episode.
not.
I don't think we ever talked about you being in March.
Well, good because
That's
we're.
another day. but
That's
like,
not a today thing. Yes, I was in marching band. Get over it.
I don't think I will.
You seem to be ashamed of it.
I'm not ashamed of it. I just didn't care about it.
Speaking of music, Chase, I'm kind of interested. What's your walk-up song?
Oh man, I gotta actually look it up. Hold on.
No, because that's
You
a
want me to
video
play
I
it?
want to make for
Would
baseball.
that- would
I want to
that- would
make
that be
that
against,
video for
like- it's
baseball, like
called-
going up to them on campus and just being like, "So what's your walk-up song?" I
That's a
want to
great.
do that.
That's a great
Should.
idea.
That would be
Should.
cool.
That'd be a great video.
Are you saying for your like one of your packages? Do it for one
No.
of your
For the
packages.
Instagram.
No, for the Instagram,
Do it for your package too.
Do it for both.
For Jennifer.
I don't think I can do that.
You
You
just
can.
gave
You can
me
do-
For a
you can-
package?
Yeah, you can do man on the street stuff.
Yeah, but not what your walk
Not what?
song.
No,
It's
not like.
news.
Yeah.
I mean,
Says who? I think it's news.
it definitely is.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about baseball is just walk-up songs, so that you can just know a lot about it.
Yeah, I like
just
that.
by their
You
walk-up.
learn a lot of personality.
Well, you talked about Austin Riley. Didn't he walk out to Stone Cold's music? The glass
Honestly,
shattering.
I have no idea.
Isaac, you probably know this.
Did he? I don't know.
I'm gonna Google this
Anyway.
because it's been
It's all on Google. Yeah.
I'm almost positive Austin Riley's walk-up music is Stone Cold Steve Austin's music.
It
Maybe
might
in his
be.
rookie
Because I remember I had it on something on one time and I heard it. I was like, "What the heck?"
I should probably know that, honestly.
Were you friends with him?
So
He's a couple years older, isn't he?
yeah. So he graduated.
22?
He graduated high school, I think, 2015,
Okay,
maybe 2014.
I was a little bit before you then. Right?
Yeah. So I started in high school 2017,
What year did you graduate?
2020.
Okay, cool.
It might have been 2016. I don't know. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. High
It's
school
been
is
a
a
while.
long time. It sounds like you're the same age as most of us. So.
yeah. So
It's oh shoot, that's wrong.
What you know
It's
by
what
Ti.
you know by Ti.
Yeah.
Changed.
you know. So the way I know Austin was for when he went to my high school, and pretty much was in high school with my sister, and he was pretty much like an urban legend, like where we were from, like 5-tool player.
Is he that good? I don't. I'm kind of out of
He
the
has
loop.
the-
Yeah.
Don't yell at me. I'm kind of
He's
out of the loop on baseball.
Arguably the best third baseman. He's up there with like Arenado and Jose Ramirez and
Oh.
Manny Machado.
Okay,
I
so
put
he
him
is
behind those
good.
guys.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's like top 5 third baseman in baseball.
So
Break
Austin was
Yeah.
that guy from our town. You had a lot of kids from that class and that school that ultimately went on to play Division I baseball, and I think there's 4 or 5 from that class that are playing pro ball. or
Really?
that
Wow.
have played pro
It's
ball.
like that Bryce Harper High School.
Exactly. So it was pretty cool going from that until probably 4 years later. You had a whole nother like slew of people that went on to play Division I baseball and pro baseball. Like
That's crazy.
my junior year, we have 3 or 4 kids on that team that are playing pro baseball right now.
Oh, wow.
My junior year, I had like 3 kids who barely made JUCO.
So it was pretty much if you played on our high school, and if you're just on the team, you're gonna get a JUCO offer. There was kids who didn't touch the field and had offers to go play JUCO.
Wow.
Is that just because like your high school's like known for producing like great baseball players?
Yeah,
Is that because of the coaching there or what?
I gotta give a shout out to Mark Monaghan because
Shout out as many people as you want.
I gotta shout out Mark Monaghan. He's one of the best coaches I ever had. Not only for like teaching the small things of baseball, but teaching you how to like be a man. His biggest thing that he taught us was like you got to get 1% better every day, and it doesn't matter what you're really going through. Nobody really cares. If someone can come up to you and be like, "Hey, like, are you okay?" They aren't there for. We good?
Yeah.
We all got scared.
He
It was
was
a heartfelt story.
he's kind of like he just taught you like even when you grow up like as a dad like your kids are gonna count on you being there for 100% of the time no matter what you're really going through today. So it really doesn't matter. You just gotta get better. Gotta push through things.
That's exactly right.
Do you know what your walk-up song is, Curtis? Or,
Curtis.
Chase, sorry, it's been a long week. I'm sorry.
It's Monday.
Last week was long. This week probably got the potential to be long. I
It
don't even
is.
hear
It is.
It's "I Wonder" by Kanye West.
Okay.
So
I respect that. Yeah, it's a good one.
it's towards the end part.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I've never done that as my walk-up song. Usually I've had the same walk-up song past like 3 years, and I was like, it's my last year. I want to change it a little bit.
Because my senior year, I'm a big fan of the movie Major League.
Okay,
So
yeah.
my walkout song naturally was Wild Thing.
Well, so we have a pitcher on our team that has that. Matt
Yeah, we were
James.
talking
about it when I was
And the
I
thing
just, I'm gonna be broadcasting a few of those games, and I'm gonna like request that he has to start the game just so I can hear that, and like fight the urge to sing it on air.
He's
he
usually
actually,
bullpen.
he's effectively wild, so it works well with him.
Right.
Okay,
Yes?
you took the chair with wheels. Don't judge me, all right?
No, I just heard you falling to the floor over
I'm not
there.
on the damn floor, not that you dick.
What are we talking about? Sorry, I had to get
Well,
up.
we're
Walk-up
cutting all that out.
Okay.
We just,
Well, no, let's cut everything until we talk about walk-up songs. I feel
Yeah.
like that's good content.
What was your previous walk-up song before I Wonder by Kanye?
In a
Really,
Minute
Kanye?
by Lil Baby.
Okay.
Kanye's your
Okay.
walk up, really?
I Wonder by Kanye.
I don't like Kanye.
You don't
I
like? I
think
get it. I 100%.
My
I get
favorite
it.
one this season right now is A Baby.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, that one.
He's actually from Louis. He's from the boot.
Yeah.
So he got that one.
So-
It makes me laugh.
When you were in high school,
Yeah.
if there was ever a freshman on varsity, did the seniors pick
They're
a
good.
song?
No.
Because in my high school, there was one freshman, and the seniors picked the song "It's Raining Men" for him.
We had like a similar situation. Like what we did my senior year was like we had a little group chat and we would send in like what we want our walkout songs to be. And our catcher, who was a sophomore, didn't know it, like didn't write one down.
Yeah.
It was like you couldn't think of anything. So every game we changed it. One game it was like "Let Her Go" or no, "Let It Snow" from Frozen. Another one was we played "Baby Shark" for him one time. Like we
Baby Shark,
embarrassed the crap out of this poor kid.
I don't know. That kind of
Baby
goes hard,
Shark with
though.
Gerardo Parra was
Alright.
the great.
That's
Emily, what
awesome.
would your walkout song be?
Oh, that's
Ooh, that's
a question. Hang on. Oh, actually, I know what it would be.
She's looking up.
Um,
Please pick a Rihanna song.
no. So if it was like prime D2 hockey season last year, it'd be "Turn My Swag On" because that was their goal song, and we would constantly play it driving by their house, and they loved it. They would just start dancing.
Like for your personal, that would be your personal walkout song.
No.
It's hard. It's a hard
It's
choice.
hard.
It took
Alright.
me months
like, there's
to
several-
figure out one.
Like there's several great options that you can choose.
Oh yeah, but then you also gotta sit there and say, all right, how many people have chosen this and like you've heard it?
I
wanna be
So
Originality
original.
with
I've
good-
been
You wanna be
obsessed
original.
with LSU's hip hop since they performed this hip hop back in like 2021, I think. So it'd be "Like a Boy" by Sierra.
Don't know that one.
What would your walkout song be? You two could choose a walkout
I think it
song.
might
You,
be-
Lucas, as well. Like,
I have no clue.
I think
man.
Good Life by Kanye and T-Pain.
what was it?
Good Life by Kanye
That's
and
a
T-Pain.
good one.
Yeah.
So rule of thumb, walk-up songs are like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
So you gotta pick
Yeah.
the best 15 seconds of a song that you can
The
find.
intro to "Carry On, Wayward Son."
That's okay. That should go hard.
Yeah.
That would go hard.
That song gets people fired up. Everybody sings along.
What was your cousin's walkout song?
I don't know. My cousin.
Jason
pitched-
is a guy.
Yeah.
My cousin
Yeah.
pitched for the Cardinals. You see, it was like around the middle 2000s. So like, I don't know if that was a thing for relief pitchers back then. Like,
I'm sure it was.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. You know.
I think Rivera had.
Oh,
had,
yeah, Rivera had
Chance
Enter
George,
Sandman,
yeah.
but
You're a Cardinals fan, aren't you?
I am a Dutch. I'm a
Okay,
Cardinals.
so
I'm a
I'm
Cardinals.
1-for-1 against Mason Wynn.
Really?
Oh.
I was in Jupiter, Florida, and he threw one up and in, and it hit off my knob. It was like a bunt, like a swinging bunt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank God I got to first base. He was throwing gas.
I've seen his throws from shortstop. He looks like he throws.
He had one
gas
yesterday, yeah.
As a even as a pitcher, like.
Don't get
Justin
me wrong.
Turner's crying in a corner.
I found your cousin's walk-ups, or whatever you can call it. Feels Like Tonight by Daughtry. I've never heard that song.
I know who
never heard that
Daughtry
either.
is, but I don't know that
So
one.
you can tell him that he needs to find a better one.
So Emily, I have another question
Well,
for
he's
you
never gonna pitch against me. I don't think he's
Yeah.
ever done
in a
that.
second. So you used to work for a prospect league that Jeff Jarrett owned.
Yes.
You want to talk a little about that?
Yeah. So I have worked for the Springfield Lucky Horseshoes for the 2 years they have been there, because it was the Sliders before that, and I worked for the Sliders then. So I've worked for the Shoes for like 2 years now. Going back this summer, probably. We'll see what happens. Jeff Jarrett's funny man.
Jeff Jarrett is like one of the most hated guys in pro wrestling, and he's his character. Jeff
he's-
Jarrett, the person people love,
I love him.
but his
he's
gimmick
amazing.
on screen
Uh-huh.
is he's 57 years old and still on TV every week. People
Hey.
it drives people nuts.
I have plenty of videos of him like that I had to edit and fix and everything.
That's really cool.
Um,
Jeff Jarrett is like he founded TNA Wrestling. Like he's huge in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
So when you told me that last year, I was like, "What in the heck? You know
Yes,
Jeff Jarrett?"
So I worked with him. We had a lot of wrestlers come in and like
Did you know his
meet
dad
and greets.
at all, Jerry?
No, I don't think so.
Jerry is also one of the greatest minds in the history of pro wrestling.
Yeah. I know we had Jerry the King Lawler come
That's
in.
pretty cool.
I have a video of him on my phone. It was pretty fun. I mean, there was like a couple games here and there that like were not very fun. that first season was rough when it got to like June, July, because unfortunately we did like lose a player to a car crash.
Oh no.
I actually remember that.
I cried.
I
You know
remember
him?
that. So
I
do you
knew
know
him.
who Jacob Compton is?
Yes, I know who Comp is.
Played in my high school.
I know Comp. Comp was funny. Yeah, we lost him to a car crash. It was really sad. I knew him for like 2 years because he played on the sliders, and like he would always just come the sliders.
What is?
So the sliders.
You got one team named after a hamburger and one team named after.
So
a
it's
sandwich?
actually named after a turtle.
Oh, okay.
First of all, don't you dare disrespect the horseshoe like that
Don't
again. It is-
ever.
You crossed the line. We both crossed the line with her with Paul DeYoung.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
that was
You wanna?
That was
But if
you,
you-
big man.
if you badmouth the horseshoe one more time,
It looked amazing. I didn't badmouth it at all. I said I
Chase-
want one tomorrow.
Chase, have you heard of
And
a-
she just shot me dead.
have you heard of a food the horseshoe?
Hey, you're terrifying when you give me that look. It's
So
scary.
it's an Illinois. It's an Illinois original. What you
Okay.
do is like you take a piece of bread, then like
bread?
it's
Whatever type of meat you want, so like chicken, pulled pork,
a burger.
burger.
Yeah.
pork
Burger is
tenderloin.
common,
Yeah,
and then fries, and then cheese sauce.
it is one
Doesn't
of
that
the.
sound amazing?
It's a screw you to your health, but it is so good.
Sounds like a heart attack.
I really.
Yes.
I don't understand the bread though. I really don't. Like, why? What's the point of the bread?
So it's like one big meal.
Yes.
all in the burger.
Yeah.
It will fill you.
It sounds like
It will-
Yeah, that's
like
I
getting
get
a-
the pony shoe.
It sounds like getting a value meal somewhere and putting it all in one.
I get a pony shoe.
What is a pony shoe?
You like
It's a smaller
that?
version. That doesn't look
That's it.
appetizing to you.
What the heck? No, find a
has-
better picture. Don't find a better picture. It's fine.
That has no seasoning.
Find a better
has
picture.
nothing.
No,
That looks great.
it's in the cheese sauce.
What kind of cheese sauce? Are we talking about like just
Man,
American?
I've never seen you
Homemade.
get.
It's not nacho cheese sauce. No, it's like from Steak and Shake cheese sauce. Like
That's one of those things you're very passionate about.
I'm very
isn't it?
Steak
passionate.
and shake cheese sauce sucks.
It used to.
Shake.
It used to be so good. It used to be so
Yeah.
good.
Okay, look.
Steak and
If we're
shake's
talking
okay.
about ballpark food,
Looks amazing.
we
doesn't it?
serve
looks
that at the
amazing.
ballpark.
But like, if I'm going
Oh,
somewhere
it
and I
looks so
see
good.
that on the menu, I'm not ordering that.
No, you have to try it at least
looks
once.
so
It is
good.
That
Yeah.
looks disgusting.
No,
It's a screw you to your health, but it's
That's
so
what I
good.
just
no. So
It
like,
looks amazing, doesn't
No,
it?
it doesn't.
whenever you come to Springfield, go to the shoes games.
I might have to go to
And-
Springfield just to get that.
Yeah, it's only in Springfield.
That's
Yeah.
a lie. You
Springfield,
can get it
Illinois,
in Vandalia, Illinois as well. Shout
Okay,
out.
well, it's only in Illinois.
Shout out the Copper Penny, the best bar and grill in Vandalia,
Nobody
because
knows
it's
what
like
that is, man.
I'll take all of us there
Shout
one
out.
day.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Dublin Pub. It's pretty good there.
Darcy's Pint.
Darcy's Pint. Corner Pub and Grill.
Jump in.
The
Not
Gabby
the Field House.
the Gabby Goat in Gabby Goat in Effingham, Illinois.
That's a good
Why
one.
would I shout
Okay, I was
out
gonna say-
JP's there?
I don't
They
know.
don't have that.
Shouting out local places. I mean,
Eureka!
They're shouting out local-
flag.
Yeah, it's really fun there.
Do you think are you done with that after this year? Do you think? Or are you gonna?
We'll see. So I meet with them next Monday to see what actually she said. So we want to talk to see what you want to do for the team, because this will be my second year interning with them, and not in the rookie class. Because again, second year, not doing it again.
I thought you said you were there for like 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years technically. 3 years interning. Last year I didn't intern.
Have you been there long enough to see any of the players go pro or major league? I don't know how.
No.
Okay, yeah,
I've seen some of our JUCO kids go D1.
There you go.
still cool.
Just
Go
like
Lincoln Land. Go Loggers, I guess.
Lincoln Log.
I actually had a friend who played basketball at Lincoln Land,
Who?
Madison Hill.
Oh, I don't know her.
Okay, never mind.
Land loggers.
Yes,
College and
the
minor
Lincoln
league baseball
Loggers.
team is
Lincoln?
my favorite.
They're awesome.
they're the Loggers
fantastic.
because
What is it? Horseshoes. That's a great name too.
so the Horseshoes, actually, it was a fan team name. So we didn't want the Sliders anymore because no one likes them, because the owner of the Sliders was a little crazy. So it was a team, or like a fan name. A lot of them included Lincoln. A lot of them included the Penny. A lot of them included Horseshoe.
This is Springfield, Illinois.
Because it's Springfield, Illinois,
That's their claim to fame.
is Abraham Lincoln. Turn.
Abe Lincoln from there?
You ever been?
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
not from there.
He's not
but-
like from there, but like he worked both in her
Yes.
hometown and my hometown for a
Yes.
little bit.
I've
So like
driven-
that's also
So,
my
like, we
hometown's
have,
only
like,
claim to fame.
The Lincoln Tomb is down the street from.
Dude, I've been there like 8 times. I haven't seen that.
I've driven through.
That's the
You
whole
should
thing.
do that.
That's all Springfield.
I've only
Illinois
been
is
there.
known
I've only been there to play
I've-
baseball. I wish I would have known
for. I
that.
could be
I've
wrong on
been-
this, but I feel like last year in the class we had together,
Screenwriting?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy we're not going to talk about. He said something about Lincoln, and you got real mad at him.
I'm very passionate about Abraham Lincoln. I've learned about him since I was in kindergarten, basically.
Same.
Same.
When
You
you're
jumped
from,
his ass, though.
Oh,
You jumped his
I
ass a
didn't
lot.
like him. He tried to talk trash on The Bachelor. Like that
He
whole
did do
franchise.
that a lot.
You get so mad that he
Shoes.
didn't like your story ideas a lot.
Yeah. And I made sure to put any suggestions he had in them.
His suggestions sucked.
They were
Bad.
bad.
I'll show you.
Hey,
I'll
the
try
one
to remember.
suggestion
I
he
think
had for me,
my-
I did it, and he told me to
my
not
sh-
do it.
Whatever the last script we did, I think that one was his favorite. He was
was
really
really-
funny in the beginning.
It was really
He
funny.
had a suggestion on mine because I wrote about.
Do you
like,
want to read it? I think I have it.
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read that intro part.
I did mine about like the.
I'll bring mine in on Wednesday, and I'll show you all the cartoon remarks he made on mine.
the picture that like
I like
bounced
how
back
Chase
and
is
forth.
just sitting here just because we're
All
all
right.
communications
I'm just
majors, and
reading-
he's just like, who is this guy, and why do you guys hate him so much?
Which part should I read?
I think you have to read
This line up here?
this line to like this line.
All right.
'Cause
Josh, you read
that's-
this to me?
Oh,
All gonna.
Josh, you want to
this was my script.
No, I'm not reading it out loud.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
a silent
You're
reader.
going to be Sammy.
Make Izzy will do it.
Okay.
Izzy, you read it.
He's a good reader.
Why am I getting voluntold for this crap?
This is Emily's script for screenwriting last semester. And
This is great
Do you want me
podcast
to tell you
material.
what it's
That's all I'm
about?
gonna
Yeah,
say.
set
Okay.
the scene.
All right.
Set the
So-
scene for it.
I wrote this script based on one of my friend's dreams, because she likes to tell us her dreams. She wants to be a game day dancer, like that's what she wants to do. So she wanted to try out for Blue Crew, and then so I was like, well, I'm gonna make this into a story because she's also like not in love with hockey players. She has a boyfriend now. She also really likes hockey players.
This is
So
based on a
I'm-
true story?
No,
Oh,
it's
darn.
not based on a true story.
Sorry.
Air quote it.
We didn't get the cameras out.
And she
Yeah.
so I wrote this basically about what her life could be like if she joined Blue Crew.
Fair enough.
This was how the script started in class.
I didn't say anything about this
No
script.
preference. I don't think anybody pre-read it. I think it was just in the moment, and it popped the whole class.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it popped everybody, and yeah,
I
he was
wasn't
like,
I don't know what's happening.
"What?"
I'm
We had
just as
to-
confused as you
We
are.
had to stop for like
wasn't-
10 minutes.
I wasn't-
Chase just has the most confused look on his face, like, what the hell's happening?
This is
Why
what
is this
happens.
happening?
I'm following.
I want to read.
This is
I
what
remember this now. I changed my mind. I want to read it.
Oh, darn.
Me and Isaac can read it.
No, I'll read
No,
it. You got.
I only have
you're,
one. I threw the other one.
You're
I
Sammy.
think I threw away my script.
All right,
too.
this is the part that popped the class. There's two characters here, Lump and Sammy. Lump says, "Good morning. In a rush, are we?
Oh, I am actually. I have tryouts today.
Come back to the man rocket so I can blast you off again." No,
Do I have to keep going?
just to there.
As enticing as that sounds, I have
Pause,
to
pause.
go.
We gotta re-say
Means
that.
you need to
Look on
leave.
Chase's face.
We gotta read.
Chase was not paying attention.
He just wasn't paying attention. All of a sudden, I was like, "Wait, what the hell she
Chase,
said?"
you should have seen the class. Everybody was like, if this was early class. Nobody was awake.
Everybody's half-assed.
It was
listening.
Nobody wanted to be
10
there.
a.m.
It was class had just started.
The look on his face.
Well, okay, so
freaking priceless
who
right now.
edited this? Like it said italicized under it.
So
He's a
he
fool.
wanted it to be.
So your teacher had nothing to say. Come
No.
back.
he had
Your
a
teacher,
lot to say.
your
Oh,
teacher
boy,
had
did he ever.
nothing to say about in quote. Come back to the the man rocket, so I can blast you off again. He had nothing to say. But
Oh,
only
we got a
thing,
lot to say.
the only thing he put under it was man rocket. Underline it italicized. Had nothing. Okay.
No.
For what it's worth, it's probably the craziest thing I've ever heard in a school. Related.
Thank you.
I need to take a
Thank you.
I need to
I've,
take a picture of this.
That was-
I've actually heard the hockey players describe themselves as man rockets. So.
The way it sounded, though, you know exactly what it sounded.
Oh,
army.
that's why I wrote it
yeah,
like
I know
that.
you did.
Come back to the
I
man
made
room.
sure to write it like that.
You breaking stuff over
Oh,
there?
my keys fell out of my pocket.
Where are my keys? That was
Yeah.
that class though. That was one of the few highlights in that class.
You didn't enjoy watching commercials and German.
Imagine someone
I
like
mean,
use that
outside
as a
of
pickup
meeting
line.
some of you guys, there was no highlights of that class.
didn't-
Y'all didn't
No.
meet me in there. I didn't show the
No,
hell
that's
up.
right.
I
No,
showed
you
up. I
didn't.
showed up twice.
And I think
Yeah.
the two of you collectively said 10 words,
Oh, I didn't care
Oh.
to talk.
I didn't
unless you
care
were being
for.
called out.
Well, the
That one
script
I
part,
know,
yeah, that's
but-
fun. That's a good.
That.
No, that's
thank
Stan.
you.
That's the best part.
Thanks.
That was
I worked really hard on that.
that's
How
all
long,
I
did,
remember.
how long did it take for you to come back to the man rocket?
How? Yeah.
So my roommate and I were sitting there because she is actually like that's her major. She had to take
This
it.
is Paige, right?
No,
I know. Is that her name?
my roommate Caitlin.
Oh, your roommate Caitlin. I thought your roommate was Paige.
No, I have two roommates.
Oh.
I also have two dogs.
I was close. I was in the ballpark.
Um,
I know you have a friend named Paige. You
yes,
talk
I do
about it a
have
lot.
a friend named Paige. So we were sitting there. She was helping me write this script because I was like, I don't want to do this. And then we were like, well, what would a hockey player say? And I said, well, we have to throw Man Rocket in there.
Right. And blast off.
And then she said, okay, give me your computer. Typed it out, and I said, yes, I could hear one of them saying that. And I literally told her exactly which one I could hear saying that, and I'm not going to say his
Who had to
name.
actually read it? Do you remember?
No. I read that?
It was the script that made me not volunteer to read.
Hang on.
Like, it was like, nah.
Can you tell us off the air who you can see saying that?
No, I read the part.
Why we throwing people under the bus?
Apparently, I read the.
Oh, I remember this story now. Never mind.
What's happening?
Oh, shoot, hang on.
Is he just slide it? I can
What
tell
are
you.
we talking about?
I'm giving him a list of hockey players I think would say that.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm kind of curious. I broadcasted a few of their games, so I'm kind of curious.
That somehow in that class, I always ended up being the one to narrate every time.
Yes.
Because you were the only
Yeah,
one.
you were the
I
only one.
volunteered
had to-
once.
I never had to narrate whenever I took that class. I just had to like
There's-
read random parts. There was one
I
where
had
like
to narrate every time.
there was one girl who like did her script about like a girl who got sexually assaulted, and she made me be the one who raped her. And I'm just like,
Did
what the
Andrew-
hell? Why are you saying fuck me?
Sorry.
Whoa.
Did
She
he have
wrote
a
a story about how she got.
Yeah, so like this whole
That-
this
wasn't that
whole
the
class
whole
is like a
thing?
screenwriting class where like
Which
you
one?
basically like the last month and a half, 2 months, you write a
write
script.
scripts.
You
Yeah.
write a script and then for like a short story, and then you revise that script as you see fit. And this one chick decided to do hers on like rape awareness or something like that, and I had to read the guy who roofied and raped her, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Didn't
Like,
he
why
also-
me?
I remember from my script in that class, I don't remember his name, but it wasn't Jake. It was a guy next to Jake, and his voice was raspy for like a month.
Oh, that.
Oh, the one that sat right behind
Yeah,
me.
he's a really nice guy.
He seemed nice.
He
but,
never
like,
talked.
Yeah.
But he sounded like he smoked 8 packs of cigarettes. a day.
Yes.
I think he got called out for that too.
He did.
Yes, he did.
I gave him the part of the 9-year-old not thinking, and he goes, I think the kid in the story's name was Randy or something. He goes, Randy smokes 6 packs of cigarettes, huh? Because
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yeah. I was
There was some
not-
interest. Like that class had fun people in it,
Oh yeah.
but nobody ever knew it.
No, because no one wanted to talk.
And then I would talk, and
I wouldn't show
I
up.
would
You
get
wouldn't
yelled
show
at.
up.
Yeah, you got yelled at for.
I would talk.
Baseball movies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did get
he-
yelled at
You're
about that,
right.
and I'm right about that.
Yeah.
When I had
Major
to-
League is the best baseball movie.
Dude, they
Baseball
don't-
player?
Yeah. So
Actually, Little Big League is my favorite, but
Major League is fantastic.
Sandlot's better than Little Big League. Major League's a close second.
Moneyball is also good.
Moneyball's all right.
It's a different kind of movie, though.
Yeah.
Isn't Major League the one where it has the
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Major
Wild
League.
Wild thing.
Wild thing.
Have you ever watched? I think it was like, no, is it Charlie's Angels or Angels in Outfield?
Angels in the Outfield.
In the outfield.
That's
Those are
pretty good.
very, very different
Two
movies.
very different.
Those are extremely different movies.
I knew it had something to do with Angels, but yeah, no. Major League's probably one of my favorite.
That's such a good movie.
I think Sandlot's a little overrated just because of how much he's overplayed.
I agree.
That's fair.
Sandlot is.
Sandlot is a really good movie. I think it's just overplayed just a little bit.
For me, it's like nostalgia based for like
Yes.
why it's my favorite. But like I can see why people would think it's overrated. Like 42 is also up there. Like 42.
42 is pretty
a
good.
great one.
I don't know why they don't make any more baseball movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the last one they made was $1 Million Arm or whatever. With
That was great.
Yeah,
That was a great
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that was
You know where that guy's at now?
Pro wrestling.
He's a pro wrestler.
I knew that because I
Atta
know
boy.
too much about baseball.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name. I think he's Veer.
Just wait, Josh will figure it
I'm
out.
pretty sure he's
Josh will
Veer in
figure
the
it out.
WWE.
This guy
now.
gets like, bro, he just knows everybody.
Yeah.
His immaculate grid score one time was 2.
Well, you see, I sit when high
Mine's
school when
probably
I
be
had
0.
I had a laptop.
No, the higher the worse, the lower the better. So yours would, if you don't know.
Oh,
it,
mine would
yours-
probably be 100%. Man.
You get the most common ones.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's
too.
what I do. Josh is just.
Josh
like,
picks-
This guy played one game for the Blue Jays in 1980. He just
Well,
knows.
I had too much time on my hands in high school.
Don't you like
and
pay for
I'd
minor
sit-
league baseball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd sit
See,
there.
like-
Hold on,
I'd
hold
sit
up.
there on Baseball Reference all throughout the day in high school, just looking at shit. And I
Yeah.
had too much
You
time.
pay to watch minor league
Minor
baseball.
league baseball is great.
Why?
Minor league baseball.
Do you pay to watch minor league baseball?
It's fantastic.
Minor league baseball. I went to the
The
Birmingham
baseball
Barons.
player doesn't even do that.
Well, I mean, it's a board time thing.
Hey, a lot
I
of
wouldn't
baseball
pay
players
to
don't
watch it,
spend
but,
time
like-
watching baseball.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I wouldn't pay to watch minor league baseball, but like if I'm going, I would like go to see a game live. 'cause
That's
it was
different.
Fun.
That's
I
very
went to one in
different. Minor
Memphis
league
whenever I
baseball.
was
Tickets
I
are
went to the
super
Peoria
cheap.
Chiefs.
nice. I saw.
I've always
Peoria
wanted
had
to
it.
go.
I got Carson Kelly's autograph one time at a Memphis Redbirds game, like back when he was
Awesome.
still on the Cardinals.
All right.
Get on my
Question.
guess.
If y'all had to meet one baseball player from the time you were born, like they played from the time you were born till now, who would it be?
They get to meet him.
Get to meet them. Like let's say tomorrow you go out to lunch.
Do we get to interview him too?
Yeah, y'all could interview you.
Am I stereotypical to like say Albert Pujols? Because
Let's
I'm
take
gonna
him
go-
off the table because we're all gonna say him.
I got to come.
I was gonna say Mike Matheny.
Really?
hey, I talked to him
You a big
once.
Mike Matheny fan?
Look at how he looks. That's
But
she
he's
probably
here.
wants to meet him for his looks. Am I right?
No,
Certainly not for his managerial skills.
It's not because
No.
it's not 'cause he's pretty.
Are we putting
No, he's
like are we
not.
not doing Cardinals? Like if we just do
Well, I have
like,
You
mine.
can do anyone.
Let's do
I got
that. I mean,
one.
we're all gonna.
I got a couple more.
I would say Paul DeYoung, but I already met him, so
Paul DeYoung. Think he's gonna do good this year?
No.
Hey, watch
you
it.
know.
I'm just giving my opinion. He's not very good. I love Paul DeYoung.
We all
Paul
like
Fingers
DeYoung's great.
crossed.
He's a
You went to
great-
Fantastic.
ISU.
You know what I'm starting to
I
realize?
met him.
Normally, you're like the nicest person.
I
But-
can be a bitch.
You get those death stares, and it's like
Okay, who can't be a bitch or an asshole though? I mean, we all got that. Tendency
No,
in us.
so my dad always describes me as like, oh, I come off like cute and charming, and then you say one wrong thing and get on my bad side, and I will kill you.
Yeah, I
can see
figured
it.
that out
I
one
can
day.
see it.
Noted.
we all kind of figured
No
that out.
more
one
shit
day.
talking Paul DeYoung.
No Paul DeYoung slander.
Or
what-
Jake
so-
Neighbors.
Paul,
He will be the one
well,
White
you
Sox
told me
representative at the
at the
All-Star
hockey
games.
game when we met Kerber. You said Jake Neighbors was your favorite player, and he had
Oh.
played like 7 games at the time.
Yes.
And I was so confused why you liked him.
I
And now I see
watched
why.
Jake Neighbors is amazing.
In the aid, I watched him from like
Why do you
juniors.
like him so much?
I don't know.
H. Thompson
Just
was my
somebody you
favorite.
like
He
that
only
way?
played 7 games with us before he got
She's
sick.
attracted.
Going back to the original question.
Maybe
I
get us
got-
in contact
Yeah.
with Jamie Rivers. Thanks.
What Isaac?
Or
Anyway,
I
cut
got-
that out.
I got
No
several
one can
guys in
know.
mind.
Yeah.
I'll yeah.
I'll cut out the ones that are Cardinals because like they're obvious, like Pujols, Molina, them, Wainwright, but Ken Griffey Jr. would definitely be up there.
Your obviously he played in your lifetime. I was gonna say your lifetime, but he died at 10.
So
You were,
I know. I realized what I said.
I
Ken Griffey
won't.
Jr.'s up there. Dang. Maybe Derek Jeter.
Jeter?
Pete Cosma.
We crapped all over Derek.
Pete Cosma.
you just wait till you hear my answer.
We love Pete Cosma.
All right,
Oh,
here.
I know yours.
Oh.
Matt Bowman was my favorite
Oh
player
my
ever.
God.
So him. Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay.
Obsessed
You
with
and the
guy.
Bowman.
I'm gonna go with some people's heard of an Ichiro.
Hey.
Okay, that's
love
not
each
bad.
He's-
I'm-
loved
I was.
I said
Gotcha.
Ken Griffey
I
Jr.
got
and you're like,
you.
let's go with someone people have heard of.
I forgot.
Like Ken Griffey Jr. is like one of the most iconic players to ever
You
play.
said
Probably
Pete
the most
Cosma,
iconic player.
And you
All right,
said
Hey, Pete Cosma's known in St. Louis.
I hated
One
Pete
more.
I did
Cosma
too.
with everything in my
What?
body.
Let him say his.
So, like, who would y'all think I would pick?
Chipper Jones.
No.
Oh.
well, what team did you grow up watching in Memphis?
I was a big fan of the Yankees growing
Oh
up.
shit.
But it's
You're
not. It's not. It's not.
Andy Pettit.
Can I get a
It's
position?
an outfielder,
Outfielder? Okay.
Bernie?
not Yankees,
Not the
and the team was red.
Johnny Damon.
No. That's
Manny
the same.
Ramirez?
Manram?
Oh,
Yes.
I loved the way Manny kind of played baseball. It was kinda
Manny was
like off
before
the
his
hit.
time. Manny
He was
today
fantastic.
would be
He would thrive. Like,
massive.
his the little like hands up whenever he did his home runs. Like,
Oh,
I
my-
loved.
Yeah.
Dude, man,
That's like the
that's
best
that
basketball.
was by far some of the. If you go back and look at those highlights, those are some of the coolest videos you've ever seen.
I love the video of like him in the
Diving.
middle of a middle of a mound visit. He just like goes
Green
into
Monster.
the Green Monster,
Yeah.
apparently to take a leak.
There's no bathroom in there. I've been to Fenway. There's no bathroom
No,
in there.
he's
No,
just-
there's just a like a.
He's just
hole.
chilling.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing.
He's a Hall of Famer though. I'm
took a leak.
disappointed that he's not.
I
in
don't
the
think
Hall
he
of
actually
Fame.
did.
It's the
That's what
it's the
he
PED.
He took a
shame.
leak in the Green
It's a
Monster.
shame.
He's probably. They had so many personalities on that team.
Yeah.
David Ortiz.
I was gonna say
Dustin
David
Pedroia.
Ortiz would be another guy. How did I not think
Kevin
of Big Papi?
Millar
I
was
love
on
Big
that team.
Papi.
I'd love to talk to
Kevin
Kevin
Millar
Millar.
is an interesting person.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
So there was actually
Emily, who would you want to meet or interview or talk to?
Mike Matheny,
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Realistically, I
Or-
think
Mike Schilt. Any of the Cardinals
I
managers
feel
who have
bad for
been
him
like
this year.
fired
I feel bad for Mike Schilt this
for
year.
no reason. I just want to know.
There haven't been many managers
I'd
since.
like-
There's been
I
3
wanna
managers
know.
since 1997.
I'd like to talk about
just
to
wanna
Mike
know.
Schild about the
Or four.
Yes, I would like.
Philosophical difference.
I want to know
philosophical
about that because I don't believe it.
No, I don't.
Chase, are you becoming a Cardinal fan living in St. Louis?
Probably not.
Well, they sucked
not.
last year.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So I've always been. I think my dad was a fan of the Cardinals. So I mean, it wasn't. I've been to
Busch Stadium.
Busch Stadium, the playoff game.
I've been to a
Was it
playoff game? I
2011, 2012
What?
Oh shit.
against the
Lucky.
Giants.
That was 2012.
2012.
Around 2012, yeah.
Yeah, I went to one of those games, and then luckily 2021 it was the Atlanta Braves, and
Oh, that would have been 19.
Was it a playoff game?
We've been, if,
They went to the World Series.
21,
you're the
yeah.
one. Okay.
When the
21.
Cardinals
I got to
couldn't
go.
hit anything.
I went to
went-
Game 3.
I went to
Two hits
the
in
I went
two
to the
games.
Braves series last year
That was
where
an ass.
Austin Riley holds the longest home run in Busch Stadium history.
Really?
And I was at the game.
In game
Fun
or in
fact.
general?
Destroyed that baseball.
Fun fact: Austin Riley was a big fan of the Cardinals growing up.
Really?
I
It
didn't know
was
that.
I was gonna say, cause like, there's not many like professional sports teams around Mississippi. So like, do you guys get to watch? Like, I'm just curious too, cause like I don't know how the broadcast things work on TV. But like, do you get to watch a lot of MLB games unless they're like on like outside of the nationally
National
televised like
blackouts.
It's,
CBS or
Probably blacked out
ESPN?
everywhere. 'cause it's right
If
in
it's
the middle.
not nationally televised, then no.
That's
You have to pay
unfortunate.
for it. So
Yeah,
I actually
yeah,
can
no
tell you all a
big
cool
deal.
story about Austin.
Need that.
So his first game was, I'm pretty sure at the Giants field, or first game was at the Giants. Hit a home run first at bat. Wow, first
So
at
did
bat.
Wainwright.
in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. So as he was playing his first game, Major League Baseball, his high school, which when we were playing was our first game at state, and we ended up winning. They ended up winning, and then the next week, Austin was like kind of talking. He was like, "Man, I would love to like play at Busch Stadium for the first time." He was like, Yachty was one of his favorite players, and he was like, the next series was in St. Louis, and he was like, "Dude, this is so cool! Like,
That's
I
cool.
can't believe I'm going to play in Yachty or Molina's right behind me."
Right?
That's awesome.
He was like, that was one of the coolest experiences.
That
I'll
is
tell you
really
what,
cool.
he tears it up there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
he
think-
kills
Speaking
them.
of speaking of all, him like talking about his experience at Busch Stadium, like what are some cool stadiums that you've got to play at throughout your career?
My sophomore year during December, went to a power showcase and got to hit home
Baseball in
runs.
December is bizarre here.
Yeah,
That don't happen.
I went to Miami Marlins field and hit. Got to take BP and hit some home runs there.
That's pretty.
That's
sick.
really cool.
That's sick.
So piggybacking off of that, not necessarily stadiums. What about like places you've played? Do you have a favorite town, city?
I'm a big fan of Atlanta and Florida. It's
Yeah,
one of my
gotta have,
favorite
yeah.
places to play at.
Playing at Marlins. Tell us more about that Marlins
Yeah.
Stadium. That sounds really cool.
Nice
Because I know
ballpark.
my high school, like they got to play at Busch Stadium.
So,
He has to
What-
go back and
what was the
produce.
Oh, you forgot to go to class.
Oh yeah.
We're
What are
gonna.
the odds that she's there though?
No,
she's probably
no
not.
chance.
You
She's
got-
probably. I
Well,
got 5 minutes
it
to.
takes 5 minutes to get over
She's
there.
eating lunch.
You don't have to be there on time as long as you're there to like.
Yeah, that's true.
Why do you even have to be there?
Because I'm the
Check over
producer.
it all.
Well, I know, but like,
Chase,
But-
we're in a news class.
Yeah, we make news broadcasts.
I think we're all on camera. No, we're all part of it this week. Except for
I'm
you.
on camera.
I was gonna be,
I was
but-
gonna do it with Lucas, but I got.
Anyways,
Nominated,
back
yeah.
on subject later. I was playing at Miami Ballpark.
Yeah.
So that was really cool because it was kind of, you get to play at high school fields all the time, play at like spring training fields all the time, but like you actually get to play and see what it's like at a Major League Baseball field. First time hitting there, you don't realize how much when you hit the ball it echoes. Like,
When it's an empty stadium.
when did
Yeah.
you? What year did you play there or go there?
Sophomore year. So
Seventeen.
So the statue was still there, huh? Was
that
it?
not there anymore?
Statue was
statue
still there?
was there.
The bright
Yeah.
green walls too.
Yep.
Yeah, those were.
That's
Actually got-
crazy.
That
was
Yeah.
interesting.
No, they took the Derek Jeter took
The
the statue.
statue's
With the thing,
outside.
the fish would go back and forth.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
statues.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's gone.
It's cool.
And yeah, Derek Jeter took it out. Now Derek Jeter's not even there
The
anymore.
statue needed
One of
to
those
go.
dumb things like Towels Hill.
Oh.
You remember that?
Towels
Towels Hill had a pole in the middle of it.
So
That looks almost like that scene from The Natural.
yeah.
Where he hits the light. But it looks like that same shot. That's really cool.
It was definitely something. Baseballs there, the baseballs are different. They're very tightly wound, so they go a little bit farther. But at each level, baseball's different. Like a baseball is different from high school. Baseball's different from JUCO. Baseball's different from D1 and major, minor. Minor league baseball is different from major league baseballs.
Because like everything like speeds up just a little bit, doesn't
Yep.
it?
So the theory behind it is like the tighter the baseball, the more it's going to spin. The faster it spins, the farther it's going to go. So
I didn't know that. Interesting. I like the question you asked about interviewing a baseball player.
Mhm.
You could interview anybody. Anybody in the world.
anybody in
One
the
time. This
world,
goes for everybody. I have no idea.
I have no clue.
if
I'd be
we're
their athlete.
so, is this like sports consistent, or are we
It
just
can be
like
sports, actor, athlete, anybody. Reality
Oh, I got
TV
mine. I
star,
got
wrestler.
let him go? I gotta think on this.
I got mine just because of like the impact he had, like not just in terms of sports, but on the world in general. Jackie Robinson.
That's what I was
I would
gonna
love to
say.
just sit down, pick it, because like he was probably in terms of like mental strength, probably one of the strongest human beings ever. Because you had to go through so much hate
Yeah.
and have like so many death threats, not just to you, but your family and your teammates, and you just had to sit there and not fight back. Like, I don't know how he did it. I have no idea how he did it.
You got it?
Yeah, I'd pick Nick Saban.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I'd pick
He just
Nick.
retired, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd pick Nick
See, I'm
Saban.
not always stuck in the past.
I'd pick Nick Saban for one because obviously he's a great coach. But with being a great coach, also is kind of be able to understand leadership and kind of be able to communicate with people, understand what they're going through, and how he was the best at getting the best out of his players, no matter what.
Like, I hate Alabama football, but like I always had a respect for them just because of how good of a coach he was.
Exactly.
Like he knew, like what you said, like he knew how to get the best out of his players, and he knew what strings to pull and like what he could and couldn't say to like certain guys, and that's something that a lot of coaches like struggle to do. Like not just getting the best out of their players, but like knowing how to coach up certain guys.
And if y'all definitely seen those videos about like how he was talking about Henry Ruggs,
Yes.
and talking about
Yes.
so backstory of Henry Ruggs played at Alabama and then was drunk driving, went like 130, 140 and killed someone. So he was with the Raiders and then he's
Oh,
in jail now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still
So
in jail?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I figured.
He's
but-
probably going to be in for a while.
yeah.
I mean, I figured they
Was he
built.
So
drunk?
yeah. So he did like an interview later and he was talking about how like if one of his friends would have just stepped up instead of worrying about how he like felt of making that person mad, being like, hey, this is what's going on, this is what you need to do. And he was the interviewer when he was younger, and there was like an 18-year-old kid on his football team talking, and he did like, I think he stole something or he like did something against the law, and everyone was wondering if he was going to kick him off the team. And Nick Saban was like, he's getting his punishment, but I don't want the people outside of it kind of like making him feel worse than what it is.
Right.
Because they're like, why do you want me to kick him off the football team? He's going to be on the streets and then he's going to be
In jail.
in jail. It was
You
like,
could have him take care of him.
exactly. And then it was like years later, he was like, look at this. Like he played in the NFL. He was a Hall of Famer.
Who was this?
I forgot who the football player was. He was like, he runs a CEO company and has like 4 great children. He was like, if he would have told me to go back and kick that kid off the team, where would he be at now versus a CEO of a company
In a Hall of Fame football
and a Hall of
player.
Fame football player?
That's wild.
That's insane.
Didn't he? They just won the national championship, didn't they?
No.
No,
did, right?
Michigan
Georgia
did.
or, yeah, Michigan.
Michigan.
Oh, they beat Georgia. I mean,
No, they
Didn't
they beat Bama in the playoff or the
didn't they beat Georgia?
Bama beat Georgia.
Yeah, and then lost to Michigan.
And then then Bama lost.
That's
to
how.
Michigan.
Do you see the clip of McAfee calling the dogs?
Oh my god.
Hey,
that
going, I
was
pick
hilarious.
Alabama.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was nuts. That guy's got thing.
Going back to like how Nick Saban like sticks up for his players. I remember the year that they lost to Georgia in the national championship. It was like Bryce Young and I can't remember who else was like with them. And they called the players, like the media's like, all right, like you
know
guys
exactly
are done.
what you're
Like
talking about.
they go to sit down. He sits them both down. He's like, what these guys are great kids. He's like, this game will not define their careers. Like they're gonna go on to do great things. Like yes, they didn't have it today, but they're still great athletes, great kids, and like the way he just sticks up for his players
Exactly.
is because not a lot of coaches do that.
And the great thing is, like, he sticks up for his players, but behind the scenes, like, he'll still be there for the kids, but he's going to push them to the next level. He's going to push them no matter what.
And you know that his players would like go to the ends of the earth for him.
Exactly.
Because he would do the same for them.
Emily, who would you pick?
Kelsey Ballerini.
So I've heard the name, and I know she hosted Saturday Night Live with Travis Kelce, but I don't know who she is.
She's a country singer.
Okay, I thought she was a dancer.
She's
for some
named
reason.
Chase Stokes, ain't it?
Yes.
I know who you're talking
Who?
about. So the dude off of
You got really excited about that.
the dude off Outer Banks, the main
I've
character.
never seen Outer Banks.
You've never seen Outer
Oh
Banks?
my gosh.
Good guess.
Skip the 3rd season. I didn't even finish
Everybody
watching the
just,
3rd
like-
season.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I will.
All 4 of you guys just
y'all
like
are missing out.
you
y'all
keep
missing
giving me
out.
scary looks,
The first season was elite.
and then you laugh about it. You come up so, like you scare me,
Funny.
huh?
What?
What did you do?
I was just talking about Kelsey Ballerini.
I thought you were talking about Madeline Klein.
Oh, she's still
Ooh.
very, very beautiful.
No.
bro.
Kelsey Ballerini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What you said,
Good for Chase Stokes. Good for him.
Imagine going from Madeline Klein to now Kelsey Ballerini. That dude's
Well,
doing
it's
enough.
not like that.
dude's
Kelsey
not
Ballerini
missing.
was married.
Why do I swing
Before.
cabs?
She was married?
She was married. She
Wait,
got a
she was married?
divorce.
Oh shoot.
Okay. But
Oh yeah,
good.
wait.
Do
no,
you not?
I'm thinking of Carly P. I was thinking of Carly P.
She has a whole album about it.
One at a time.
It's called
Oh,
Rolling
yeah,
Up the
Pat,
Welcome
yeah,
Mat.
I know exactly
girl?
what album you're talking about.
Yes, that's Kelsey Ballerini. I,
And then who else am I looking up?
Chase Stokes. Just you'll probably.
Who's the girl you're talking
Oh,
about?
Madeline Klein.
Madeline Klein, she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Who's she dating now? For a second, wasn't it Pete Davidson?
That's not.
Of course it would be Pete
Of
Davidson,
course, yeah,
'cause That
it's-
awkward-looking guy gets all the attractive
How?
smelly females.
Kim
to date.
K.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen her before. Madeline Klein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her before.
I gotta get back to class late.
Are you telling me?
Yeah,
Nice
you need to go to
meeting
class.
We'll see in a little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Let's not
It's
break
just
everything.
Yeah,
It's
so-
just ice. Don't worry, I ain't breaking anything.
Isaac doesn't know how to be careful
Gentle.
anywhere he goes.
That's bullcrap. I haven't broken a damn thing yet at this university.
Yeah.
You know, have you ever?
What are you giving me that look for?
I
What are
feel
you
like
giving me that look
you've
for?
told me that you need like a maintenance request for something.
Well, our toilet was broke whenever we got there, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
That's what they all say.
The day we moved in, it made
Have
a
you-
weird noise when none of us had used it yet.
Have
So.
you ever seen him outside of class
Open
without a
a
Chick-fil-A
door.
bag at some point?
No.
He always has
I just
Chick-fil-A.
noticed it. Luke pointed it out the
Everything
other
else
day.
at this university, food-wise, sucks. Chick-fil-A is the only thing that's edible. That's
Everybody
all
was
I'm
good
gonna
that
say.
one day.
That's
I wasted
not-
a meal swipe at Evans yesterday, and I'm still mad about it.
Do you ever go to Evans?
Yes.
You?
I don't ever use
See, Isaac.
Spellman.
little bit.
If I go eat on campus, it's gonna be Evans.
Do you normally not eat on campus?
No, no.
You live in a house
I live
or off campus?
The
yeah,
lodge.
yeah. I live at the lodge, so I
Okay.
mean it's easier.
Do you
for
like
me.
it there?
It's not bad.
Because I was supposed to live there last semester or last year.
I have a house.
Is it just a renovated
Why aren't
hotel?
you cool?
It's just a hotel.
Yeah.
They
That's what I thought.
pretty much they scrapped everything out of it.
Got it,
It's
yeah.
pretty much whatever. You bring in your own stuff.
That's cool. Just make it
There's
more
just
feel
a
like
bed
a
in
home.
there, everything
Yeah.
else. So Emily, what's your favorite kind of dance to do on Golden Line? Let's bring that back a little bit. We didn't talk much about your dance.
Golden Line, it would be hip hop because each team has like a distinct style. Like if you look at Line Jazz compared to Lionettes Jazz compared to Golden Line Jazz, it's very different.
Okay.
So
I know like absolutely nothing about dance.
that's
I don't
okay.
think any of us
Nope.
do.
Yeah,
you said
no.
you know cheer a little bit.
I know cheer a good bit.
What's is there? I mean, obviously there's a difference. One's
There's a
cheering, one's
difference.
dancing, but like
You do stunts and cheer, and you have to be a lot sharper with your moves
Okay.
in cheer.
so there's no backflip in a dance.
No, there is.
No.
There is.
You're not going up in the air.
Not really. Not a
Okay.
lot.
Okay, cool.
Dance also gets kind of scored from like their outfits and stuff.
You have to make sure your costumes are appropriate for your dance and like make sense with the song and the
Okay.
music choice. Yeah.
And I remember in screenwriting you talking about the outfits and you getting really mad about them because you had to pay out of pocket for them or something.
Yes. Yeah, I paid to dance here.
Not ridiculous.
Mhm.
Welcome to Lindenwood.
Yeah, really.
Welcome to LA.
Luckily, this podcast is mostly free.
Mostly.
Yeah, he's paying a little bit,
Oh yeah.
I paid the whole first month, damn it.
but the room is free when we have
There you
it.
go.
I'm gonna have to pay for an editing software. The free one ran out of free, so
The free ran out of free.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure what to do.
Okay,
now.
good. So you don't have to pay me for the monthly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. We'll cancel
It's
that
fine.
by Adobe.
You can
Yeah.
probably use my Adobe account.
Aren't you
Good on
canceling it
different
too? You just said you had to cancel.
No,
yours.
I found out. You said it was $80 a month. It's 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not
So
what I
all of
saw.
my graphics used to go through Photoshop, but then I was told we need to not use Photoshop as much.
What do you use now?
Box Out Sports.
Is it free?
I've never heard of it.
I don't know. The like, university pays for it.
How about
It's
that?
not my account. It's
Apparently-
baseball's account.
Apparently, if you go to the Lark, they'll put it on your computer.
Yeah,
They will.
My
Yeah.
They will.
My laptop's a piece of shit. It won't load it.
It might.
I would rather pay for it because I will use it over summer
Yeah, I'd rather
and
use it.
stuff. So
I didn't think I was ever going to use it, and then I had to take 17 classes that need it.
You know who I would want to interview from the MLB? I just thought about it.
Greg Amsinger.
Prince Fielder.
Oh, I have a lot of
Dude,
questions.
that's a sad way for his
Yeah.
career to end.
Yeah.
He was a good guy.
Yeah.
That Violet Swing did a lot for him.
Yeah.
He swung. Yeah.
Prince Fielder and Joey Votto are the two that I
Joey
would
Votto's
want.
a unique person.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not a Joey Votto fan.
I'm not
Why?
a Joey Votto guy either.
Cardinal fan. I don't like the Reds. Therefore, I don't like Joey Votto.
I'm the person that respects.
I think Joey Votto's one of those
Great
guys
players.
you either like or don't like.
I mean, he's very out there, just like Zach Greinke. Like
No
I
one
love
likes
Zach Greinke. I love
the
Zach
stories
Greinke.
about Zach Greinke are
This,
insane.
yeah, those are outlandish. You know the stories between what is it, the Yankees pitcher and Bauer? What's his name?
Oh, Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer, yeah.
What
Yeah,
happened with them?
they
don't
played at
get along.
UCLA together.
Well, Trevor, not many people get along with Trevor.
Nobody
And I'm-
does. Nobody likes Trevor Bauer.
I like his YouTube videos.
And they're interesting, but like it seems like his competitors aren't big Trevor Bauer.
And most of the time, he's not even in them.
I think I don't know which one I was like.
Rico guy get beat up the other day. It's pretty funny. You watch them?
Yeah,
Did you see the one he made the other day with Anthony Bowens in it?
Mhm.
He getting beat up, taking suplexes. That made me laugh way harder than it should have. I'm a big Bowens fan, so
you talking about King of JUCO, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his
Sims.
name? Yeah, Eric Sims, yeah.
I used to hate that guy. His videos were so annoying,
Mm-hmm.
but he gets hurt all the time in the videos, so they're better. And it's really funny when he falls over and hurts himself.
Exactly.
Just because he's so obnoxious. Most people, I don't find it funny when they get hurt, but Eric Sims is different. Eric Sims, you listening, come on the pod.
He's not.
No, definitely not.
You gotta try, you know?
Oh yeah. Trevor can come too.
Trevor Bauer, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because Trevor's definitely listening.
We'll pay for him to, fly
Not
out.
paying him anything. He's got
No.
plenty.
Nobody is.
Well-
He's making enough money in Japan. He can pay for it.
He'll go back to Japan,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
unfortunate. But
Mexico.
He's a big what if, what could have been.
I mean, he was
he
a
came
Cy
off
Young.
Cy Young, yeah.
He's a Cy Young winner.
Yeah, but he only pitched 45 innings in that season.
Everybody did. I mean, you can't fault him.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't
Charlie
know.
Blackman almost hit 400 that season for a while.
That would not have
Just
counted.
It would have.
No, it
Just,
wouldn't have.
Product of the
Well,
season.
You only play 67 games, you get 400. It does not count as a full season.
Hey, hot take. I think
We
baseball,
like those here.
I think baseball should only be like 60-something games. a season.
Ooh,
that is a hot
okay, that is a very hot
Anthony
take.
Rendon.
I get that, but here's the thing. Product by displacement. Like how many times are you really gonna watch 160 games?
Every single season.
Every year. Yeah, I'm not.
I mean,
Me too.
it's obviously different.
The
if,
Prospect League also
playing.
changed their schedule.
Did they really?
Manfred
yeah, they
wants to
start
make.
early. I'm
Brad
pretty
Manfred's
sure
a
they
clown.
start
He wants
early.
to.
Off.
Manfred wants to make the season 164.
Let me.
What's the 2 extra
Yeah,
games gonna do
what's-
in a
I have no
while?
idea.
How do you feel about Rob Manfred?
Oh, that's Brian. He's just chilling,
Oh well, he
walking back and
I'll
forth.
go get him.
I think that's who it was. I saw his wacky ass hair. I think.
2024, like his shoes.
You could have just walked in.
Like
Yeah.
it did not start that early last year. That's also
How long
that's
were
the
you
shoe
standing out there
schedule.
for?
Our live studio audience is here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our live studio audience is back.
Welcome in, live studio audience.
He was here for the first live studio
I think
audience, and that
we-
episode got fully
When
cut.
did we play the
May
Hoops?
28.
serious?
Yeah,
Fully.
it did not start then.
Yeah, it did.
Episode,
Maybe
the
it's just
original
'cause I was
episode
there
4
for,
will
like,
never come out.
The first week of
We
May.
lost footage.
I have 2 debuts now.
Yeah, you
Everybody,
did.
welcome to the show, Brian.
Live studio.
Brian
audience.
I
Thomas.
have 2 debuts now. I'm really in uncharted territory here.
He was also on suspension for a while for missing a show. So.
How many times did we
That was
play
This is Chase.
the Hoots?
What's
Play
up?
baseball.
Lindenwood Catcher.
You said what?
Lindenwood Catcher.
So you're a celebrity now.
Chase Honeycutt.
Shit.
Yeah.
And you
Good
know,
job.
ends
Yeah, we
That's what I. Okay, so it ends
It
earlier.
ends earlier.
so do you know
That's
a lot
what I
about
thought.
prospect leagues too?
Wait, no, we need to talk
I'll
about
play
why you want to
past
shorten
3
the
years,
season. We
probably.
don't
Oh,
talk
really?
about that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about why do you think this season needs to be so short? Go.
I'd say okay.
like that one.
Go in.
I like to hear because
I can
some
see
people
it
have different
from a
opinions.
player's
I get it for the players,
perspective.
definitely, especially
Yeah.
catchers. Y'all are different.
I'd
breeds of
say
people.
every game during that COVID season, if you would have actual fans there, think of how intense those
Every
games
game,
are.
yeah,
Every
I get
game's
that.
intense.
True, yeah.
If you watch the 167, yes, record wouldn't
Yeah.
be broken. Players won't be getting paid as much because
And
not
players
as much
won't do
revenue.
that.
Yeah, players, it's not going to happen because of the money aspect of it. But if you really think about it, if you want the highest quality baseball to go on the whole entire time, the whole entire season, you shorten the games because every game matters. That means every pitch, every inning matters.
That's why people watch football.
Yep.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
even
once you
week
get into the dog days of the MLB season, it's even hard for me
What?
to watch
Don't
sometimes.
watch football.
I mean, I'll lose interest in August.
I kind of figured by the face you made. when we said
I'm not
football.
a football girl.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I get that.
Sit up
I
here.
get that.
My bad.
Why? I don't know why. If you're gonna talk, come by.
We traded Isaac for Brian. The live studio audience is part of
That was like not long either. We
No,
got
but
another show at 1, so
I'm okay with that.
if Isaac's not back,
We'll bring him back. We'll drag him back.
drag him back, get him out of class.
Drag him by his ear.
I mean, it doesn't take that long to write 2 stories.
Well, you never know.
Unless you
Test
mess up
this.
the weather.
I didn't mess up the weather.
you just don't know how to.
I
Time
did all
it.
the weather stuff right. I just can't spell.
That's your own problem.
That's
You're going
on
in the
you.
wrong profession if you don't know how to spell.
Well, most things have spell check.
Everything does.
Yeah,
I
I
news
does
does
not.
not.
It's awful.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's not good.
Yeah.
I would misspell it.
I mean, last week I was done in 3 minutes.
yeah.
I had already done all my
Well, aren't you
stories.
so cool?
Literally last night.
Yo, he needs to do
What
that.
sports did you
Show
do?
him that.
Swim and dive. Because they had.
drills for you, bro. Option 1. We have multiple options in case you don't like the first.
Swim and dive, then baseball, obviously, then soccer, city soccer.
Okay. Sports is really easy to do.
Oh yeah,
I was.
especially when you use your own pictures for baseball.
I wanted to do it.
Cheap little plug there.
Caleb threw my name, or sorry,
He's the backup for
a
the
fellow
Dodgers.
classmate
Exactly,
threw
so
my
he can
name
do
out
these.
there for anchor.
Yeah,
Sorry.
backup for the
Yeah,
Dodgers.
I don't like anchoring. It was not fun.
I liked it.
I
I knew I
don't.
was gonna have to do it.
I like
Well,
weather
there
because I
was-
can just stand there.
Stand
And,
for this shit.
There was a couple stories I had to do that didn't make any sense.
You would after a while.
I'm so
Which
sorry.
ones?
Which ones?
We know. We all know who wrote it.
Isaac gave me all the real
Catcher.
daunting ones. Like I got one about a school
The catcher for
shooting.
the
I got
Detroit
one
Tigers?
about.
Who?
I'll be honest, his first story
That's who kept getting
tripped me up real bad.
Oh yeah.
He knows that.
So I
Yeah.
think he needs these.
Hey, you remember
Jack
that thing when
Flaherty.
we said not having two
Yeah.
conversations
Well, that's
at once?
y'all.
Yeah,
we
so we're
started talking
having
about
like
catchers.
multiple
We're
conversations right
talking
now.
about
Important things.
Yeah.
school.
School.
Yeah.
We're at school.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. I come here for this now. I don't care about anything else.
Paying a lot of money to
I'd
come
like to
here.
get
I'm
my
trying to figure out what stories people are doing this week. Okay.
And who writes the worst ones?
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with my writing.
Yeah, me neither.
She literally
I
looks
know
at
how
it.
to
She's like, "You're
spell."
good." Well, I use Case Converter thanks to you,
Yeah, you're welcome.
and it has spell
Stop.
check
Yeah.
on it, and you can just capitalize it off a website and then copy and paste
Okay.
it. It's great.
The
Yeah.
issue I had was more getting the videos to the computer today. That was the
Oh, yeah,
issue.
that was-
because the
So,
files wouldn't
I
send.
put them in my Google Drive,
Oh, that would have been fine.
and then I sign in to
I-
my Google account.
I posted
on
them
Google.
on YouTube. I edited it from my phone, posted it on YouTube, re-downloaded it, re-edited the parts I didn't have to get it on there. You see why it took me so long to get down here now?
Yeah, but so there's so many easier ways to do that.
Oh, Josh knows.
Well, Emily, I didn't know
Jake
that at
Rogers.
the time, and I wanted to get it done. That was the most efficient way in my mind.
Okay.
It's Austin Schultz
Okay.
season.
Anyway,
I've heard of him.
What's happening
Don't
over
ask
here?
what is
I
happening?
don't know. He asked who the Detroit Tigers starting catcher is. Like,
Jake Rogers.
Good
Austin
night.
Schultz.
How do you know all this stuff?
I don't know, man.
He's ridiculous.
That's what he
Normal. I
does.
wish I didn't. Yeah. Baseball.
Are you a photogenic?
He's
Like,
getting his ass
No,
whooped
not
with these
really.
drills.
I just
Now,
He's being
watch enough
stupid.
of it that I kind of.
if you were to tell me to
Some of
predict
my
your
friends do
lineup
it
this
fine.
weekend, oh, I can do that.
no shot because I.
Oh
can't
no,
even
because
tell-
I
can't
did
even
it on
tell you.
Sunday. I did that on Saturday before he even sent. I said, "There's no way Doss is catching 2 days in a row,"
I caught Saturday.
Let's go, NRFI.
and I said, "No, it's gonna be Chase. He's gonna catch." And then Megan goes, "Well, my other roommate goes, then who's gonna pitch?" And I said, "It's either gonna be Stice or Eli," and it was Eli. No, it wasn't. Who was it on Saturday?
Oh my god. Just end that conversation.
No, I can predict
Okay,
a
you
lineup.
do
I've
all
done
that
this for
again,
3 years now.
I was there on what day was that? Wednesday.
Wednesday, we went to the
Yeah,
home
I
opener.
covered
Yeah,
it for Lindenwood
That was
so
I don't remember most
I
of
was
Wednesday.
looking at the
I'll be
Linden
there
Link
this weekend
Instagram.
for all the games
I'll be there
too.
Friday.
Friday, Saturday.
There was a
and-
game on
I'll be there the
Wednesday?
first
Yes,
one
it was
Sunday
Slim.
too.
So
I was
who-
there. I was in game day
So
ready.
who's announcing like the names when they're walking up? Is that any of y'all?
It's not.
No.
No.
Should be.
I wish.
I think
I
it's,
didn't think
ath-
of that.
it's athletics. It's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why? Is there a bone to pick with them or something?
No. I was gonna see.
Who we fighting?
I was gonna rate y'all on y'all's.
Oh.
I was gonna let y'all be like, no, Chase Honeycutt.
Because yeah, you didn't play the home opener, did you? I didn't.
No.
I don't think
What?
you did.
Wednesday I did not play.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
So you didn't play. Predicted the lineup for Saturday.
Congrats. Still lost.
Hey, so let's talk Lindenwood baseball.
Yeah, we got to get some wins going.
I know.
Please.
I know. We're really close. We're
I'm
really
really
close.
Y'all have
tired.
been close. The
I'm-
comeback almost happened on,
It
was
what was it, Saturday?
Saturday.
The comeback almost?
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday, and we went to 11 innings Sunday.
Yeah.
So, we're pretty much
Didn't y'all take the lead in the top of the 11th, too?
Yes.
Yeah. So here's
I
really
had a whole caption ready.
here's really what is going on is
Also, is there really a guy on the other team you guys just played named Cross Jumper? Because that's insane. I saw him on
his
the
real name?
Cross Jump. I'm like, that's the best name I've ever heard of.
yeah, there is.
That's crazy.
So a lot of kids on the team are pretty much nude this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we are pretty much learning how to play with each other.
Yeah. I knew
So-
it might take a minute because, yeah.
It has been
It's
kind
also
of yeah.
PJ's first season as
Yeah.
a head coach.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience as we go on that we know as a team that we're going to compete
Yep.
and we're going to go out there and give ourselves 100% every day. It's figuring out what pieces work best with each other on the field. It's like football. You don't know. You might have a great wide receiver, but because the wide receiver and the quarterback don't connect well, it's not going to end up well. So it's learning those pieces and figure out what pieces work best together to produce a win. And we're really close.
Yep.
We're right there.
That's a
Y'all have been
great
getting there.
They've
yeah.
gotten.
Yeah, and when it comes conference play, in conference right now, there's 6 teams with 1 win in our conference.
Wow.
So, on paper, it doesn't look good right now, 1-6. But I can promise you by the end of the season, it's going to be
Good.
special.
I'm going to be at all the home games this year. So
I might come to like.
I'll be at most of
I'll
them.
be at all of them except the ones after the semester ends. I won't be here after the semester ends.
I don't know.
But I'll be here for 20. I think you guys we have a lot of home games.
Yes.
It's great. What do you have, 24 home games this year? And I'll be at 20 of them, so that's cool.
I don't live on campus.
Yeah, Eureka.
I live in Eureka. By Six Flags.
That reminds me. I need to clock out.
But he's getting paid to be here.
Which is like about 40 minutes away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That I come out here 4 days a week for. Sometimes 5. So I
Ain't
don't.
too bad of a drive.
Huh?
Ain't too bad of a drive.
It's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
As long
Plus
as
it's
I don't
$7 to get here every time.
As long as I don't have a rugby game, I'm usually there, and you can tell because I'm sitting on the ground with a camera, usually with my friend Abby, because she likes baseball.
So if you see somebody sitting on the ground with the camera, that's Emily.
We got to get more people out to support
Are you-
consistently.
You know, I try.
I try
post
too.
Game day all the time. I repost
Uh-oh.
it. I try.
I try also.
Are you opposed to other photographers coming in your area? Because I might need to move around when I'm covering it. No
No.
works. No works. That's fine.
I'm fine with it.
Okay, because I usually move
You
around.
better not get in her shot.
But
Oh,
if
no.
you
Oh,
get
Hey, your
my
pictures,
shot,
Oh,
pictures
no.
from the first
It's
game were good.
different.
I saw the ones. Well, they were okay.
They're a
I
little
saw the ones you
blurry,
posted on.
They're okay.
your-
Yeah. I was having
it's
trouble.
different when like the players get in my way because I
Yeah,
don't move
no,
around
I won't
them.
get in your way. No.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's usually Cam.
We're the product on the field that you're taking pictures of.
Okay,
They're a little rough. I struggled the other day.
but
Is photography something you want to do for career-wise, or
it's like a backup plan.
like a hobby kind of that you can make money off of?
Yeah. So
Do freelance photography.
my original plan was to be a sports broadcaster, reporter, and host like Erica and Alexa do.
So cool.
That's changed.
That has?
Yeah,
You were
I
very
really-
passionate about that last time you told me.
Well, it's like not like as passionate anymore.
So my friend is big into that.
Now it's more like social media stuff
Okay.
because I really like doing that.
I wanted to also be like that sports broadcast. Now I want to do more radio type,
Yeah.
I've
like talking.
turned
than
more into
sports.
like wanting to be a journalist. I was the same way with sports broadcasting, but I've realized that it's.
It's
But sports journalism's also dying slowly.
You're interested in sports
So,
journalism?
Yeah,
You should join Linden Link.
yeah, I
Because
should.
I need
Shameless
help.
plug.
I've been told to join Linden Link since I
Please,
got
I
here.
am the only
Okay, damn it.
one of few that writes about sports.
So-
and I'm
I'd only
tired
do
of
it if I
you
could get
also
paid.
need pictures.
Yeah. You could join Linden Link because we do need pictures.
I have about like
Maybe get
1,000.
paid for it.
No, well, no,
No.
not anymore.
Work
Not
hard enough.
anymore.
We took all the paid
Oh,
positions.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give them to
Yeah.
people that don't need them.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Sorry.
not joining Lindenwood
Yeah.
because I won't get paid to do it.
I'm getting paid to sit right here.
Yeah, I know.
It's minimum
Hey,
wage,
you
but
wanna
it's great.
you wanna like split like
No.
I
$6.15
get paid to sit
an
at
hour
a
for
desk
both of
in
us.
Cobb's.
I mean, it's kind of great though. You
It-
don't have to work real hard.
No.
I like the
Man,
Dude,
that
you
must be
sit at
nice.
the
I gotta
desk
be high
and-
energy, yelling and screaming.
Well, that's your fault for working at what is it called?
Game
show
battle
battle
room or whatever.
like that's that's a youth.
Man, the people last night.
Oh, we're not gonna.
Yeah,
do
we
that.
did.
No,
No,
it's
we're not
not.
getting
It's a
into
Curtis
it.
story.
It was rough.
But yeah, they need to win because I keep copy and pasting final. And
Oh, like with no further. Yeah.
no further information. It
Is that
just
like-
says final.
I know a lot
Are
of
you
the,
talking about us? I wouldn't comment anything either.
a lot of the MLB
No.
teams
What?
doesn't do that. Is that like
You're not. It's a caption.
standard?
Oh.
For when we
Boost? Yeah. I always wondered that because I know all the MLB teams do that. It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
Final. Like,
yeah,
you'll-
and that's it.
Close, you'll give a walk-off grand slam. You get a final tweet 30 seconds later. Like, oh yeah, no shit.
We got whooped.
Yeah, we lost. Final.
17-2.
no,
Alex
so
Reyes gave up a walk-off
when we
to Chris
win,
Taylor.
I get to do
We
like
don't
a
talk
whole
about
like
that.
thing about when we win. Oh, that was the one I had ready. And then
Sorry.
What was ready?
Yeah. What was the caption? I want to hear it.
One hell.
no, because Corey usually fixes it. He's like, Emily, were you watching the right game? No.
You know baseball pretty good, don't you?
Yes. I grew up in Springfield, Illinois. My grandpa coached Lanphier High School. My cousin played for Lanphier High School.
A lot of games watching.
Fun fact, the head coach is from Springfield. Like, PJ Finnegan is from Springfield, Illinois.
BJ Finnegan.
The head coach
Head
of the
coach.
baseball team.
Here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Coach PG.
Mm-hmm. He's my cousin.
He's your cousin?
Yeah. I don't like to say that a lot.
Oh, you mentioned that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you say during the newscast, one of your pictures was up. Somebody
Yep,
used
I
your
go,
pictures for
it was Elaine. I sent them to her, so it
Oh,
was
you did?
fine. Yeah. I go, that's my cousin. Yeah, that's my cousin.
I remember you saying that. I was like, who? I wasn't even paying. I zoned out.
Yeah, and then I live down the street from his brother, so.
So you definitely know the game of baseball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're not just taking pictures because
No,
You
I
must
grew
She
up.
seems knowledgeable.
Yeah.
that's why we wanted to have you on. That's
think
why we
if-
wanted to have you on. 'cause
If
we
you
know
could
know
say
your stuff.
Paul DeYoung's
Yeah.
your favorite player, you're probably knowledgeable. No offense to Paul DeYoung.
Yeah, that's
So,
a pretty
when I was-
big compliment. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound. It sounds backhanded, but
Yeah,
that's
it
not.
sounds
That's-
backhanded, but that's genuine.
When I was younger, it was Stephen Piscotty.
Oh, I
See,
love
that's
Steven
even more-
Piscotty.
I
He still
love
plays.
Stephen Piscotty.
Yeah, he signed with the Athletics again,
yeah.
like right after the day after.
Okay,
We were like,
good.
he's not
Remember
going to play.
Stephen Piscotty?
No.
He's
Not.
not missing much.
I
Hey,
cried
what's
when he
y'all's
got traded.
thought about
a good reason.
Pablo Sandoval?
Oh yeah, he's back.
love it.
Yeah. No, he's not.
Yeah,
He's
he
not.
is.
Is he skinny?
He is. He lost like what,
He's-
50 pounds? It
Because
looks
of
like.
for his standards, yes.
Well, okay, that's fair.
I think he lost
Yeah.
probably around
Not
70
Patrick
pounds.
Sandoval.
Yeah,
I used to love him,
yeah.
Dude, yeah.
and then he went to Boston and he sucked.
He just
If he
wanted the money.
if he makes the Giants team somehow, that'd be crazy.
Holy shit, he is kind of.
Yeah, he is.
Damn, good for him. He's got glasses now too. Or
Guess
he
how-
always has
guess-
glasses?
I don't
Guess
know.
how old he is.
Is he
Take a
like
guess.
30?
He's not that
37?
young. Not that old.
Not that old.
He's
He's
like
not
30.
37? 30?
He's 36, 37.
37,
Remember when he
yeah.
hit 3 home runs in a game in a World Series?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
He's the man, dude.
He was great. Kung Fu Panda.
You want to know something that you don't see very often anymore in the Major
Back
League?
basement.
No. Switch
They're out
hitters.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch
Hey, that's
hitter.
why I like the fact that we have Edmund and Carlson, but
Yeah.
Carlson?
It's valuable.
Carlson is a switch
Not
hitter,
very good
yeah.
at it, but he does it.
Lance
Back,
Lynn's also a switch
back in the day, you'd have probably
Lance Lynn.
you'd probably have like 4 or 5 on a team that could switch hit.
Yeah.
Now it's only
You're
like
lucky to have two.
One, maybe. We're lucky to have two.
Maybe one on a team.
We don't have anybody else,
I
do we?
couldn't tell if I had to guess a number of how many Major League Baseball players switch hit.
10.
I was going to say maybe.
I'd probably say maybe 20 something.
yeah.
First time I got hit in the head.
By me.
Yeah, first time by you.
No,
Yeah.
second time by me.
Oh.
She was a tie the other
We
day.
have
You mentioned Lance Lynn switch hitting.
He
I remember
does.
that game when he did it. I was in Florida and they were playing the Marlins, and I had the Marlins broadcast. And Lance Lynn comes at the plate batting left-handed. I'm like,
Dude, I'm so
what
glad
is
Lance
happening?
Lynn's back.
I am too.
That
He's
pink
so-
Bronco
he's so
is
funny.
amazing.
They were.
I was about to say, did you guys see his Bronco?
Yeah,
fantastic.
I thought it was
I
just
love
to
it.
mess with Jim Hayes at first, and then he actually
Anything
like,
he does, I just think it's to mess with Jim Hayes
It
now.
is.
It
It
is.
has to be.
Everything
You a
he
big
does.
Jim Hayes fan?
Jim
too?
Hayes
Oh,
also
yeah.
isn't
He's
in
fantastic.
Florida though. I don't
I
know
love
He'll be
why.
there.
He was, and then I think now he's back home because he does have kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has kids.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Brad Thompson? We all love Brad Thompson.
Okay. Alternatively, are you a fan of Jim Edmonds? Okay, good.
Yes. Thank God.
MLB.com lists Lance Lynn as a switch hitter.
Yeah.
One day somebody will.
But
be.
I don't miss pitchers hitting at all.
I do.
I
Dude,
don't.
Lance
I
Lynn's looking
don't.
scruffy.
Yeah.
It was just a free out.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
as
a
much
free
as
out.
You'll never see Bartolo Colon hit again.
You don't need.
yeah, we don't need to see that.
I've got 3 home runs to look at. It's good.
What?
I got 3 home runs of him to look at. And it's fine.
only hit one.
Did he only hit one?
The one in
Yeah,
San Diego.
That one's played so much, it might as well be 3. Like,
That,
that's like
that,
the
that
most.
is the most played.
And you know what's
player
crazy?
in
You know who the pitcher was? It was James
James
Shields,
Shields.
and he's the guy that got traded for
I know
Tatis.
Tatis.
So like the Padres,
James Shields is the most overrated pitcher ever.
he gave up the most home runs ever. I think
Hot take.
something like that.
Very hot take.
It's not even. He
Oh.
was
No,
terrible.
no.
Oh,
I'm about
he's
to
saying
give. I'm about to
something
give.
else.
What do y'all think about Shohei?
Better than Babe Ruth.
I think he's the
Relax.
Talent wise,
Over
I think
there.
he's the
Better than Babe Ruth. Hey, I've had a lot of people agree with me when I say that.
I mean, like, pure talent, yeah.
Yeah, pure talent. He's
Obviously,
than
the
Babe
numbers
Ruth.
aren't better than
Okay,
Babe Ruth.
No.
I want to ask y'all this. Do you think he's the best pitcher in the league?
No,
Do you think he's the best hitter in the league?
no.
2 more years, he's gonna have to pick one.
Yes.
Which one to do?
You think
hitting.
so?
Hitting.
Yep.
He's gonna hit.
He's gonna
I
pick.
think
He's,
if he focused on hitting it.
Who do you think the
70
best hitter in the MLB is? Because my answer is Jordan
Ronald
Alvarez.
Acuna.
Judge.
Wow, we all have different answers. My answer is the best
I just
pure,
wanted to be
the best
different.
pure
I
hit,
like
the
that.
best pure hitter is Jordan Alvarez in my
Power
opinion.
I think Acuna's got the
Acuna is pretty dang good.
Oh, Acuna,
Acuna is really freaking good. I think he's a very streaky hitter.
yeah.
Didn't he hit 45 home runs last year?
I think
He was the first ever 40-70 player, and he was also the first ever
Yeah, he created his
40-60
own,
and
he
40.
created his own club.
Yeah.
51.
I'd say
Yeah,
I
dude,
could,
Matt Olson hit over 300 and had over 100 RBIs and 50 home runs and wasn't even considered for
Criminally
It don't
MVP.
sound like Matt Olson
That's like
should've
triple
been in there.
crown numbers.
Yeah, and he
That'd be
he wasn't
bad.
even considered for MVP.
I think, but going back to what I was saying, I think Shohei Ohtani is average.
Average, huh?
Once you give it 2 more years, he's gonna be average.
So what you're saying is like
He's overpaid.
you think the Dodgers are going to end up like not regretting the contract because he's only
No,
getting paid
look,
too much?
Shohei-
Yeah, but like he's going to be bad if you give it like 8 years.
So
he's-
what makes Ohtani great is that he can throw 99 on the mound and he can go hit 500-foot home runs. And they're paying him for that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that for a certain amount of
He's
years.
not pitching this year.
Exactly.
no, but they paid.
He does get
Yamamoto
hurt a lot.
the
I
same
think what
to do it.
helps though, and I know we're talking about like the sport aspect of things, but financially it's really going to help them because you see the marketability that Shohei Ohtani has
Oh, yeah.
and what he brings. So whatever he doesn't produce in 2 years, as you said, he's going to regress. The Dodgers are going to make up for that financially. And that's
Same with
really what helps.
Same with Yamamoto. Those
that
two
deal.
are going to get so much of Japan, like companies
and
it's
Lars.
very
Lars,
they're
yeah.
very
Don't forget
smart
about
when it
Lars.
comes to money. They're very
Absolutely.
smart.
which we hate.
Yeah.
We hate that.
I think Ohtani is one of the best in the league right now.
Who do you
He's the
think?
best
But-
all-around player.
Yes,
Maybe
I'd
ever.
say that.
He's the best all-around player since I mean Rick Ankiel was the last guy that did both.
He didn't do both at the same time.
Well, he kind
Well,
of
this
did.
might be a bad comparison, but it's kind of like the LeBron situation where you say like he's the best all-around player, but not necessarily the best player overall.
It's fair.
It's like the best player in the league, in my opinion, NBA-wise, Nikola Jokic, but all
Yeah,
around it's
that's-
LeBron. So
Well,
You could be the best all around, but not.
are you guys basketball fans at all?
Not
I know
really.
you're
I
not.
keep
I
up.
live and die by
Are
it.
you?
No.
I live and die by it.
I hate LeBron.
You hate LeBron?
I think he's the biggest bitch in the league.
I think you gotta respect. I
I
gotta.
You
respect
have
him.
to respect LeBron.
He's not
Respect
the
what
biggest
he's
bitch in the
done.
league.
Yeah, yes, he is.
Somebody's about to pass him for that.
Oh,
Kevin Durant.
Oh my god.
Luka Doncic too.
We
I
just
like
signed
Luka.
Brandon
Yeah, I like Luka too, but
Crawford.
He complains about everyone who
Who?
sneezes by him. Wow.
breaking news out of Cardinals camp.
What
Have
happened?
mutual interest in Brandon Crawford. And
Oh, fuck off, dude.
Crawford-
Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford is a
He
dog.
belongs nowhere else besides San
I
Francisco.
like Brandon
Dude's a
Crawford.
dog.
He's a great defensive shortstop.
Need to be on the
It
Cardinals.
makes sense though. It does for
Another
what we
old
need.
guy.
Yeah, another clubhouse presence.
It makes
That's what
sense
Matt
though.
Carpenter was for.
Hey, that's I'm saying if we
He's
sign Brandon
enough.
Crawford, you know Tommy Edmonds not going to be ready.
so
for
happy
opening
Matt
day.
Carpenter is back.
Me too.
Lucas is crapping all over.
I'm happy he's
For
back.
what?
Matt Carpenter coming.
I was.
Why?
He's a fun. I felt bad for him when he sucked when he was here last. Like
Because he's not. He's a. Yeah, that was Jeff
Here's the
Albert's
thing.
Wow.
Here's the thing. I like Matt Carpenter. I like Matt Carpenter, but it's just,
I said the same thing when
it's a
Albert
waste
came
of a
back.
spot.
And that was the
so
greatest
happy.
year.
I was so happy. Well, Albert had to come back, and we were going to go
That's
burn down
amazing.
Busch Stadium if Albert didn't come back for the last year.
I think
Yeah, but at first I was
Okay.
like, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
I would have joined that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was. I remember where
Which-
I was.
that was
and
the
what
best
happened
year
when I saw
ever.
Albert resign.
Yeah, I do too. I was in New Mexico.
I was sitting in my bed
Which is
talking to my
weird.
brother.
New Mexico? Who the hell goes there?
I was on the way back from Phoenix,
Oh,
and I remember I woke up I was like, holy shit, we signed Albert. Like
It was
that's
like a
crazy.
Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night.
Spring
wasn't
break.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
I was I was probably here.
as much as I like hate
I was
to,
here.
I can't
don't leave.
wait.
I
didn't go
came back for spring break.
I didn't go to school here at the time.
Yeah,
I
went
can't
to,
wait
like,
till we
community
get
college.
out of the whole we need to sign old people thing because we got rid of the 3 old people
Dude,
and
aren't
then
you-
now we just signed more old
You're
people.
not excited for Kyle Gibson?
No.
And what about
How
Matt
do you feel
Carpenter
about
coming
it?
back?
Matt Carpenter, he's a Cardinal Hall of Famer for sure.
Absolutely.
He like
Do you think he's an actual Hall of Famer though?
no, definitely not. He's
He's the same way Jason Varitek's a Red Sox Hall of Famer.
Onto their coaching staff too. Jason Varitek? What's that update? He still coaches.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
Like Matt Carpenter is definitely
I
a good
take a lot of shots at Jason
locker room
Varitek.
person.
I don't know why, but
clubhouse person, but
how do you feel about Descalso being back as a coach?
I mean, I think it's good to like have
It
old
is.
players come back as coaches because they can relate to the
Yeah.
players.
And they know the culture.
He's
here.
kind of a random
Yeah.
one.
just wish we didn't have Oliver as our manager. We have somebody
Yachty
else.
in the future.
Yachty would be a great.
It can't be Albert. He has to honor his 10-year
I've gotta
contract
be
with
That's
the
so
Angels.
dumb.
Yeah.
I
I've got
gotta
to be
get
one
out
of the
that.
only
No.
people that doesn't think
Albert Pujols. He has a
Pujols
10-year contract he has to honor with the Angels for
Exactly.
like he has to work with them for
But
10
he works
years.
with the Cardinals.
He does.
He does
because they're
both.
not going to tell him like.
Yeah, they're not going to tell him
straight
no, but he can't like take a full-time role with the
Right.
Cardinals for 10 years.
So what's up with Yachty's role? Is he just there?
So he's
when
a
He's
he
the
special.
manager of Marmol
He's a
Sox
so he's
halfway
a special
through.
advisor. He'll be in the dugout in uniform at certain times this year,
And
helping.
if we suck in July, they'll
And
shake hand
he'll probably show up
Marmol
to spring
and
training next
hire
week.
Yachty.
Is he like what Willie does?
Yeah.
Willie's just kind of there having a good time.
Willie's official title is coach.
Willie McGee's.
Yeah.
He's like
no
a,
So
he's like an
He's
outfield.
just
He's like an
coach.
outfield
Yeah.
defensive.
The best coach you can be in that situation is the bench coach
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're just sitting, you're sitting there just like talking to them, just,
Observing.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
observing, and like if they need like a pep talk. That's all.
That's why bench
all you
coaches
do.
normally end up being
The
the next
best-
manager
the managers
if
that
they get
were
fired.
bench coaches before they were managers.
Well, it's like what
were always
happened.
the
It's like
best.
Matheny's bench coach was Mike Schilt, and
And
then
David
Mike
Bell.
Schilt's bench coach was Oliver, and
Yeah. Yeah.
now Oliver's our
Yeah.
manager,
Skip
and now
was-
Skip,
Schumacher was the
yeah,
bench coach.
and now Skip's the manager with the
Man,
Marlins.
I
tell
miss
you what.
Skip.
I'll tell you what.
Skip, come home.
No, he's doing great things over there.
Yeah, you can do great things here.
Well, he got out of here, and he knew what was coming last year. That's why he got out of here.
Being a manager is more about like knowing how your players are and like
Yeah.
how to get the best out of them. It's not really of. I mean, yeah, you gotta make decisions in game, but
Can't really control.
yeah,
What
Yeah,
happens?
like the players.
it's more about at that level is just seeing how your players are like mentally.
Are you like a? I mean, I obviously don't support it, but like managers getting fired, like. Do you like? Is there ever a time where it makes sense in your mind to actually? Because like you said, you can't really.
I think managers. I think it's all to the discretion of like how the manager fits with the players. Because at the end of the day, those MLB players are the ones getting paid the most money. They are what makes teams win. So I think whatever best fits with the players.
Yeah. I just don't know if Ollie's the best fit for our players, considering
gotta
he
be
likes to
one of
call
them.
out our players. And,
Well, Tyler O'Neill
and,
deserved it.
He did, yes. Tyler O'Neill did deserve it, but not in public
Probably
like
not,
that.
but not for real. But
He's lazy.
I like Ollie.
Yes,
I think he's okay.
Tyler O'Neill's lazy.
I'm glad he's
I
gone.
won't say that.
I get a lot of hate
I
for
don't
saying
like
I'm
him.
glad Tyler
You don't
O'Neill's
like
gone.
Tyler O'Neill?
No.
That dude's buff though.
Yeah, but like
Oh,
he's
Yeah,
lazy.
he is.
Dude,
yeah.
he's huge.
You can
Yeah.
respect
He's
that.
somebody. He could have been so good.
It's just not healthy.
Well, his
He might-
body's made of literal glass.
He
so
might be good in Boston. Maybe a change of
He
scenery.
won't.
is what he needed. How do you feel about Jack Flaherty?
Jack Flaherty.
You might not know
he
the
was
whole
a
Cardinal.
dog, ain't he?
No.
Nah, see, I'm saying he might not know all the Cardinal like.
Jack
drama
Flaherty
with
used
that.
to be a dog.
He did, yeah.
He
for
was
one
good for 6 months.
half a season. Yeah,
Jack Flaherty is.
Blame deflector.
glad he's gone. We have the
Yeah.
2 locker room cancers.
Okay,
gone.
okay. Is Jack Flaherty like? Did he get injured?
He did.
frequently. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
also tried to get. He talked a lot of crap on Contreras,
Yeah,
which
Wilson-
ended up not being true.
Yeah.
Wilson's my favorite player, so I mean,
Yeah.
He said
never
that,
thought I'd say that. I
Contreras
hated
was
him.
calling pitches that he didn't throw.
Yeah.
He wasn't,
No.
and they believed him because, most of the time you believe the pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Contreras, the new guy, or Flaherty, the guy's been there for 6 years. They traded him. They could have traded him for a box of donuts, and I would have been happy.
They
We got
actually did
really
quite
good
well.
players
Yeah.
for Jack
'Cause
Flaherty.
he's not that good.
He went to the
And-
Orioles and he
and
was like, "Hey, I
The fact
pitching
that
in
he
the
went to
postseason."
arbitration every year tells you what
Yeah.
kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that before.
He was actually
said,
the
"I'm
first
going-"
Cardinal to win an arbitration case against the Cardinals. He was the first Cardinal
Well,
ever.
Nobody ever goes to arbitration.
Yeah, it's
Rare.
not a good look. They don't
No.
like that.
No.
And he said, what the first year, he said, I'm going all 3 years. We're not going to settle. That tells you what kind of person he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got the two locker room
Sure.
cancers
Who's-
out of St.
who was
Louis.
the other one?
Tyler O'Neill and
Oh.
Jack
Yeah.
Flaherty are both
Tyler
gone.
O'Neill locker room?
Yes, I
Yes.
think so. He might not. It might not
He
ever.
just from a young age. Okay, I played softball for 1 season in middle school, actually elementary school. But to run out a ball,
Right. You run hard down the line.
you run hard down the line. He
Yeah,
didn't
quickly.
do that.
No.
Okay, but also from the
I also
from
put
the
my heart and
aspect
soul into 2 minutes of dancing. So
also to the aspect of okay, you said he was pretty much getting injured all the time. Sometimes they get told to jog
Because
Like,
of
if-
that, yeah.
because of that. Like
You
same
know
thing
you're
with
gonna
Bryce
be out.
Harper. Bryce Harper played his heart out. This the Jonathan Papelbon and him going at it.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper had 2 seasons.
Papelbon?
Yeah,
Papelbon's a clown.
they went at it. They for 2 seasons in a row, Bryce Harper had 2 season-ending injuries, and so probably the management said, "Hey, we want it's better for you to just go ahead and get that out and later in the game hit a home run." So I mean, I get the
That
aspect.
was young, 25 year
Yeah.
old.
I kinda-
He's
I
grown
kinda-
up a lot.
I
Yeah.
kind of see O'Neal that way too. I just got
Yeah.
frustrated with
He
him
got
banking
benched
on
for
him
it.
every year
Larissa
and being
benched
injured every
Luis
year.
Robert
They
for
built
that.
around him every year.
Same thing as Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah, it's a very It's a
I
very
think
fair.
there's a certain point of this also goes back to your training. Like you see those bigger guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going through it right now. Like I did a little bit of bodybuilding when I was off baseball, and your soft tissue is huge when it
Yeah.
comes to baseball because baseball throwing is
It's a lot.
it's an unnatural motion. So you see that with soft tissue, it hardens up and it kind of creates a hard shell around your rotator cuff, and it's hard to throw.
Yeah.
And same thing with your legs. Like, man, you go out there and sprint 100%, and let's say something's sore and you tweak it, you're not feeling right for the next month. And so, especially at those times, I mean,
Yeah. Because you don't really get time off.
you're
for
getting
resting.
paid millions of dollars. You are if you feel a tweak,
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
say something
Yeah.
because I mean they're gonna want you out there in a week versus 2 months. So I mean, it's a little bit different, but it's also going back to your training.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why if you go look, Giancarlo Stanton did a whole interview about
Man, I
like
loved him so much.
Yeah.
I still do.
he did a whole interview. He was like, I'm tired of being injured. He was like, I changed my body, changed my training.
I think O'Neal will eventually get there too because he's got a lot of talent. He just can't stay healthy.
Exactly.
He, did
He
get
finds
hurt
that out.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all like Harrison Bader?
yes,
Loved him.
Yeah.
I do too.
I remember, I think I told the story. I worked at the movie theater at the time with a bunch of high school kids. You know, his demographic, people that love him are 17 to 22.
And women.
yes.
And women. And it was all, yeah.
He's a good looking dude.
It was,
I met him.
I worked with all 17, 18-year-old girls at the time. And I said, not even that loud, oh, Bader got traded. I hear from the back room, what?
That was a really
From,
good trade for us.
8 of them.
I had to check in on my friend from back home when he got traded. I said, "Are you okay?" She was like, "Yeah, it's fine."
It's how I was with my
She was
mom
really
and
sad.
John Gant because she was
Oh yeah,
obsessed
John
with
Gant. Yeah.
which is weird.
When Paul DeYoung got traded, my
Yeah, I'm
mom was
sure.
like, "Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay?"
I was
How'd you
sad
feel
when
he
Paul
got-
DeYoung got traded.
I'm not trying to start an argument here. But what did you think when he went to Toronto and was awful and got cut?
I
2
felt
weeks
bad for
after?
him. I mean,
It's
Because he is a nice guy. He's a good guy.
yes,
really
he's
smart,
really
too.
nice.
Really
Yes,
smart.
yes,
He's got a dream chemistry, they said.
yes.
and then he had the
From
amazing
ISU.
games with San Francisco, and
Yeah,
then
he looked good.
didn't.
Did he?
He'll be Chicago's a good spot for him.
He'll
Yeah.
be the starting
Cubs,
short.
they
He'll be
suck.
the
Yeah.
starting
You still
shortstop.
like
so.
him now that he's a Cub?
He's a
White
He's
Sox.
the White Sox.
Oh, you said I heard Chicago. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't follow baseball.
Would you
that
like him
close.
still if he was a Cub?
That's not the end of the world. I don't think.
Undecided.
If you like a player enough,
I
you
think
follow.
he's gonna have the full year as starting shortstop with no competition in Chicago. He might have a good year. I think. I'm hoping. I loved Paul
I think
DeYoung
you
when he got
have-
up here.
Oh yeah.
I always did. I felt bad for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's,
His rookie year was
again,
so
he's
good.
he's probably the smartest baseball player. like that there
He's
is,
a chemist.
and the fact that he
can't do
wants to keep trying to play
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
we respect.
Hey, question. Who do y'all think's the smoothest baseball player to play?
In terms of
Ever?
what, like just
defense or just in general?
Like just in general.
slide is Trey Turner.
Yeah, that's not even.
Yeah, I think you
Oh,
could
yeah.
break it down. Swing is Carlos Gonzalez on the Rockies.
Oh, we're doing ever. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna break it down like
Yeah.
Albert swing. Prime Albert swing was beautiful.
Albert has the most.
Oh.
Albert has the most intimidating
Ozzie.
stance.
Y'all want to know something? Y'all want to know?
We want to know anything.
Robinson Cano.
Yeah.
Oh, his swing
He
was
did have a nice
beautiful.
swing.
His
Dude,
defense
you
was
watch-
slick.
He's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He is an idiot.
Because he was a surefire Hall of Famer.
Surefire.
100%.
No doubt. Had that massive.
Especially
deal
at
in
second
Seattle.
base.
Robinson Cano is by far the smoothest baseball player you'll ever see play baseball.
His swing was gorgeous.
He might have been the best second base. He was on pace to be the best second baseman of all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Him and Jeter together, bro. That was the most dynamic. Think of this.
We're
think
not
of,
Jeter fans on the show
I
I
know.
don't hate Jeter.
Think of this.
Why?
Think of this
What?
infield.
Why?
because he's the most overrated great player.
Those two words don't go together, but
No, it doesn't. Okay,
No,
people talk
because
about.
it's also like giving like, do you like Taylor Swift? Because people say the same thing about her.
There's
So.
a couple good songs. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Jeter. So Jeter was a great hitter, but
I'm
he's just
not a Swiftie.
he's not as good as people say he is.
Yeah.
People say he's a top 5 player of all time.
No.
He's not even a top 5 shortstop.
I agree. I think.
He's a Hall of Famer, no question.
I
But
think
did
what
he
made-
deserve to
I have a
get
question thinking
all those
about
votes?
numbers. Are you a fan of like advanced stats?
Okay, am I playing? It like okay, so when we do before games, we get advanced stats. Like we get the percentage of like how many times this person misses in this spot with this pitch with these many people on base. Like we get that, and before our games, I don't like it personally.
Good
I'm-
answer.
I feel like a lot of catchers don't.
I hate advanced stats. I hate them.
Are you is like framing your thing too? Are you good at framing or?
That's what.
Be honest.
makes me-
Don't be humble.
Receiving's what is my best at.
That's cool.
Um,
Framing is important nowadays. for
So
sure.
I would love to see advanced stats. How many balls I get to strike.
So are you like not gonna be a fan of the automated strike zone?
I'm not a. I'm
Mo-
not a
I
fan
feel like
of
most
it.
catchers
No,
that are good at
I
framing.
don't like it at all.
I think.
Yeah.
I was an
think-
umpire for 7 years.
Yeah, I think you take.
I umpired for 7 years. I don't want to. I don't want an automatic
I don't
strike
like it as
zone.
a fan. I don't think it's great.
I
Yeah,
think
I
you
agree.
take out a very special part of the game
Yeah.
out of it. I think it's.
Unique.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I'm
I
good with
think.
arguing. Like,
Yeah.
being able to like look at stuff, but
I think the best thing they could do is what they did in the minor league system. Like, if you do want to.
With the challenge,
Check.
yeah, that's so good. I don't know why.
The thing is, I think you should only have like 2 or 3 a game.
Yeah, because they can do it like every pitch, can't they?
They can do it, I think, once in at bat.
And if they get it right, you get
yeah.
it back.
Yep.
Yeah,
It also
Is it-
takes away the aspect of being able to receive the ball.
Yeah.
Make it look pretty.
you get stuff like Joe Nathan striking out Zobrist, I think,
Yeah.
10 years ago.
In the wild card?
No, it
Or
wasn't playoff.
game
It was just a reg-
163?
It was just
I know what
random
you're
game.
talking about.
The ball was in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been Cowboy back there that night.
Now, here's the thing.
Probably was.
If Angel Hernandez is behind home plate, I think they should be automatic.
This is the third time. In
we've mentioned Angel Hernandez so much.
I
I have to go to
I would rather have an automated strike zone than Angel
And then
Hernandez
CB
behind
Buckner
there.
comes up right
Hey,
after.
he
CB
was
Buckner.
home plate
He got
yesterday.
hit somewhere, and I wasn't feeling
Nobody
too bad
cared.
for him.
It was probably on purpose.
Matt Carpenter's out of the game today.
That's tough.
Sad news. All right, let's do one.
Other sad news, I have to actually go to work now.
You have to go to work.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming today. I guess we can wrap this up too.
Yeah.
You're here. Thanks for coming on, guys. Today, you want to plug anything? Social media, anything?
Lindenwood Baseball, please.
Please, yes.
You want to
we
plug
need
your
it.
own too, or no?
No.
No. Chase,
Y'all can follow me, Chase _Honeycutt 15 on Instagram.
we don't have a ton of listeners, but we have enough.
Which is kind of surprising.
We have way more than we thought we'd have at this
It's
point.
good.
203 episodes.
Which is, I mean, it's probably a lot of repeats, but still.
Hey, there's
Yeah.
still people listening.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. We'll have another episode this week. Don't know which one's going to be posted. We're recording 3.
Three more after this. Yeah.
So we got a lot of episodes
Yeah.
coming. Thank everybody for listening. If you made it this far, we'll see you next time. Everybody have a good one.